minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish,
keep
guys.
all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Lovely people, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can I get a 1 in the chat? Can I get something in the chat to let me know you can hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm seeing a few ones. Can you hear me? There we go. There we go. Yes, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome to another watch along. This time it is Greuther Furth versus Liverpool. As you all know, guys, if you're watching, unfortunately, the game has been delayed, or kickoff, should I say, has been delayed by 15 minutes due to adverse weather conditions. But hopefully, in the next 13 to 15 minutes, things should be underway and we should have a good little watch along to be doing. As always, guys, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like, people. How are we all doing? Is there a little bit of Mbappe news going on, I hear? 300 million euros, apparently. Yikes. Yikes. Told you I wanted 300 million for Salah. Some of you lot looked at me sideways. Don't care about his age. Don't care about his age. Well, 300 mil for Salah. If he's going for 300 mil, I want 300 mil for Salah. It is what it is. Has to be done. Oi, do you know what? I got to start off the show. Big up to AMPM. Met AMPM yesterday, and what a good guy, man. Big up yourself, bro. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you yesterday. Thanks for all your support. As I said to you yesterday, thanks for your support, for rocking with us for such a long time. But no, it was such a pleasure meeting you, man. And yeah, again, I apologize for what I said about Ronaldinho a few years back. I take it back. If you bump into me, guys, and you are a massive Ronaldinho fan, please be like AMPM. Just call me out on it and don't beat me up. But no, big up AMPM. Pleasure meeting you, bro. Hope you're well. Let's speak about Szoboszlai. So Szoboszlai is obviously out with a minor knock at the moment. Klopp said he just rolled his ankle, so nothing too concerning. Hopefully, it shouldn't be anything concerning either. All right, here's a question. Shout out to Anthony James. Will PSG be in for Salah? Maybe. But with all due respect, so we say no and we move. Unless they're putting up 300 mil, ain't happening. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Like, you ain't selling Salah. Can't be selling Salah. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Them things can't happen. I just don't see it happening. Really don't see it happening. Kop-Ish TV, we could get Gavardio, Kane, and Caicedo for what's that? Is that 300 million euros? Yeah, you're right. We could. You're right. We could. Or the owners could just put that money up and and buy those players. Or Klopp could turn around to say to the owners, "I want these 3 players," and the owners part of the money without saying Salah. Like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this whole sell to buy. And there's a difference between selling players who want to leave and selling players who don't want to leave. Like Salah has come out numerous times and said he doesn't want to leave Liverpool. Why are we talking about selling him? Like, it ain't happening. I ain't doing it. Those things aren't happening. It's not happening. Got asked earlier in one of the comments. I can't remember who it was, but why I'm not massively on for Lavia. I think he's very good. I think Lavia is very good for his age, but in the grand scheme of the overall game, I don't think he's up there yet. I think for an under 21 player, I think he's one of the best in that position in Europe. But we need one of the best in Europe, full stop, regardless of his age. Obviously, the Callum curse struck again yesterday with Palhinha, who seems like he's got a separated shoulder, I believe it was. Yippee. Moussa Diaby's gone to Aston Villa. Yippee. Who else have... Kone got injured. Yippee. So, I'm sorry, guys. At this point, I'm genuinely sorry because I knew the Callum curse was strong. I just didn't realize it was this strong. So I apologize, man. I apologize. So yeah. All right. Let me get one of our guests in for this watch along. He was joining us for the last watch along and he's back again. Man, like Ram in the building. How you doing, my bro?
I'm good, my bro. I just want to quickly say, Kyle, please just don't talk about any players, man. Just don't talk about any players.
Say that again.
Don't talk about any players, man. Please.
No, I'm done now. Like, I shout out to Lakers, shout out to Matt, shout out to Drift, shout out to Jay the activist. Speaking to those guys yesterday, and I'm so done with transfers now. Like, I can't do it anymore. Like,
bro, it is what it is, man. Like, you see, I got lucky with Szoboszlai coming in. I got lucky because I didn't even think Liverpool were going to do it. But your judge is strong as. Is strong as. I swear, it started when I first knew you. You wanted I think you wanted someone in 2021 or 1920. No, sorry, 21-22. Yeah,
Pedro Neto.
It was Neto. Yeah, it was Neto.
Look how that's turned out.
Yeah, didn't you want Elise as well, Cal?
Yeah, I did want Elise. It's mad, isn't it? Here's the crazy thing. This lets me know we are definitely not going to get someone to deputize and compete with Salah on a serious basis.
Yeah.
All these players going for these fees, like Diaby was what, 40-50 million? That's achievable. Elise 35 mil, more than achievable, and he's homegrown. Like,
honestly, Cal, when I heard Villa put up 45 mil, I thought Bayer Leverkusen were going to tell them to F off.
Yes, I did.
That's the stupid offer, like disrespectful offer for a player of his quality. Then he comes out that he's going to join. I was like, bro, we should have been on this from day one if that was available. He's young. He knows a couple of our players, obviously Konate with the French team.
Yeah.
Been around through the youth ranks as well. He plays in a league where we know a lot about, and whether quite a few of our players do well. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And to see a club, look, I have all the respect for Aston Villa. You know, they are one of the biggest clubs in England, but a club that is not in the so-called Big Six, go to them for a low amount of money is
frustrating.
It is. And I don't know what to say, man. I have nothing to say. At all. But I gotta ask you this question, Cal, because I'm a bit concerned about what Klopp said today. Well, partially. The one thing I'm not concerned about is Szoboszlai's fitness. He's okay. He's nothing major about him.
Sorry to cut you, bro. Sorry to cut you. I'm not going to say that about Szoboszlai until I see him back on the pitch, because we've seen and heard so many times over the years it's just a minor knock or it's a minor injury, and then the next thing you know, plays out for a sustained amount of time.
That's true. That is true. I mean, case in point, Thiago Alcantara, but I think he said it was a rolled ankle. It's nothing major. It was a nothing major injury. He might be back for the next game. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But the one thing that Klopp said that really concerns me is he said if it was a Premier League game or a competitive game in the Champions League, whatever, he would have expected Szoboszlai to start, even if he had this so-called injury. Is that a problem?
Yeah, of course it is.
Like, is a serious problem, and no one's really talking about it. And maybe that is why we have such bad injuries, because the medical team do their job and tell Klopp this player might not be ready. Maybe best not play him. And he said, "Are they at least 70% available?" And they said probably. And maybe that's what makes him want to play them.
If Klopp said that, that's shocking on a few levels, in my opinion.
I was shocked myself. I didn't think he would say something like that. I really didn't think he would say something. He said it here.
Bro, that's concerning for me.
Let me get it up. Big up the Anfield Talk. I think I saw it from the Anfield Talk. Give me a minute. Let me get it up for you.
HDS 96 said he'd be in the squad, not the starting 11.
Yeah, but even
still, like, why put him in the squad?
Hang on.
I don't see the need to put him in the squad personally. If he's rolled his ankle, just let him chill.
Klopp said Dominic would have been in the squad today in a Premier League setting.
Why though?
I don't know. I really don't know. You could check the Anfield Talk, Jaden. It says it there. It says it there. He said though. He's categorically said it, and that is a worry. And maybe there is some plausible reasons to why the likes of Ox, Naby, and Thiago, to an extent, are getting injured for a much longer period because we play them when they're not fully fit.
Yeah, sorry. A couple of you in the comments saying we're being negative or it's pointless. It's kind of not pointless. Like, if he's rolled his ankle, we have a big enough squad that he doesn't have to be in the playing squad, surely. Like, just let him have a week or two to relax, rest up the ankle, and then, like, again, maybe I'm seeing things a bit different. Big up Casey from Big Six Bants. Big up yourself, Casey. Big up all the Big Six Bants as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to their channel. I mean, personally, if someone's got a minor injury, just leave it to heal so it doesn't become a major injury, no?
Yeah, and the thing about we have the medical facilities and we have the physiotherapists there available. Just use them to the maximum. Like, the last thing we want to see is injuries. Injuries always cost us. Like, why do we need to play them whilst they're not 100% fit? It don't make no sense.
No.
Like, it's that's why I was looking through his quotes. I was like, why did you say something like that? Are you a reason to why these players are getting injured? Not because of your style of play, it's the fact that you just play them when they're not fit.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know.
We've seen it before, Cal. We saw it with Harry Kewell. We saw it with
Although those are under different managers, we have to point out those are under different managers.
The club has seen it. I mean, us as fans, we've seen it throughout the history. All incredible players that come through, but we play them whilst they're injured because they're so good, but we don't get the best out of them.
Yeah, I hope we haven't been doing that with players, but we may have been. So we just got to wait and see what Klopp does. We're hoping for some change from Klopp in some of the way he approaches things. We just got to wait and see whether he does it or not. Because if he doesn't, then we go from there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read out the starting 11 for you guys. So in goal, Alisson, right back, Connor Bradley again, Kanate, Virgil, and Robbo. In midfield, Trent, McAllister, Gakpo. Up top, Doak, Diaz, and Jota. Ram, before I speak to you about the starting 11, for anyone in the comments who said Gakpo wouldn't play midfield when he joined Liverpool, can I just get some flower emojis, please? Doesn't have to be long. Doesn't have to be long. We don't have to dwell on it. Can I just get some flower emojis in the chat, please?
With the receipts. With the receipts.
No, I mean, that's all. Like, look, don't get me wrong. When I get it wrong, you guys come for me, and fair enough. It's what keeps me humble. It's what keeps me grounded. It's what lets me know I need to improve as a content creator and always keep on upping my game. And when I get it right, I want to see that same energy. Can I get the flowers in the comments, please, guys? Can I get some flowers, please? Can I get some flowers? I do want to speak about that back line, though. I know it's not positive Gakpo playing in midfield, but I just said, from the moment we signed him, I said I could see us playing him in midfield, and I got laughed at. But just flowers. I've got hay fever, but I'm ready to sneeze.
Really? Now,
let me ask you a question. That back four, do you think that'll be the starting back four against Chelsea, first game of the season?
Take out Connor Bradley, probably.
I think Connor Bradley may start.
Oh no.
I think he may start.
If he plays that, look, from what I've seen of the kid, he looks a decent player. But I don't think he's ready for the big time, the big league. I think Europa League against a team in Macedonia or whatever, I think he'll be okay with that. But we're talking about the Premier League cap. We're talking about going to Stamford Bridge. We're talking about the first game of the season to set the pace for us for the upcoming season. You're telling me a 19-year-old kid is going to be playing against one of the top teams in England?
All right, I'm glad you said that, because I agree with you first and foremost. I would, and I've been very vocal about this. I want us to sign a right back so Trent can do centre midfield full time. And I know we're at different points of squad and everything as to where we were back in 2017. But were we not saying the same about Trent, saying how can we be relying on this kid to play at right back? And yeah, I know Trent was an anomaly even at that age.
No.
But were we not saying the same thing about him? Have we not said the same thing about Harvey Elliott in the season where he was playing centre midfield before that Leeds injury? We were like, how can Harvey be playing centre midfield? And he was one of our best midfielders. I mean, Klopp said it yesterday in his interview, trust us. Do we need to kind of sit back and trust him a bit more?
Of course, I'll trust my manager and my team no matter what. But there will be questions asked, 100%. Yeah. And I'll ask you this. When Trent was coming through, how much hype was he getting?
Yeah, look.
He got a lot of hype to the extent that one of our biggest legends in the history of the football club, in his autobiography, made his name in that book.
Yeah.
That's how much he was rated. Everyone knew he was going to be a star when he came through.
That's true. That's true.
All respect to Connor Bradley, from what I've seen, he did really well with Bolton. I think he had an amazing season with Bolton, won a lot of individual awards for them and for the league as well. But he's just not ready. He's just not ready, in my opinion. And the way we're playing him, I think the more inverted role, I don't think
that's a weird one for me. That's the one where I find it a bit weird. And look, for anyone saying anything, I think this is what this. I think this goes for life. You can trust someone and still question them.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that means you don't trust the person. But I think as human beings, we should have our own minds and be allowed to question things, even if we don't necessarily agree. That doesn't mean you don't trust someone, but you can still ask questions. Now, the midfield situation, obviously, Hendo looks like he's going to be off. Fabinho, we still don't know what's going to happen with him regarding a move because of his dogs.
That is mad. That is mad.
Does our next move depend on Fabinho staying or going in terms of who we bring in? Because I think in the club's eyes, if Fabinho stays, it could be a Lavia. If he goes, it's got to be someone more experienced. Do you think we're waiting to see what happens with Fabinho before we make a move?
Boy, Carl, I do hope you're saying that, man. I do hope what you just said is true and what the club is thinking. Because I've said this before, I'm a massive fan of Lavia. Massive fan. But How many competitive games has he played in his career so far to be a starter for Liverpool?
Loads.
Not a lot. I think he played about 30 games. And I don't doubt the quality. The quality is there. But you need to have someone experienced there. Because when you're a young player, you are guaranteed to have these rough patches. And what do we do when he has those rough patches? Who do we rely on? Stefan Bajcetic.
Yeah. It's not ideal. Stefan Bajcetic who's coming back from injury as well.
Yeah, from a stress injury?
Hip injury.
Hip injury. Well, it was stress induced, wasn't it? Because he played too many games. Yeah. I can't be doing that. And our expectations, and I don't know about you, Carl, I'm talking about myself. My expectations are we got to win Europa and we've got to go and finish minimum top 3 in the Premier League and go far in one of the domestic competitions. That altogether, by that logic, it will probably around about just under 60 games. Are we expecting someone like a Lavia to be playing around about 45 to 50 games that season?
It's a lot to ask.
And we've seen, and I'm going to say again, historically, we've seen it before. Michael Owen.
Have you kicked off yet, Ram?
Now they're about to kick off.
Okay, cool. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause when I get to 1 minute, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it's already started for you?
Yeah, I've started.
Oh, shit. How is it? But yeah, back to the point at hand. He's a kid. We saw it with Michael Owen. We ran him into the ground. And then, we saw what happened. Have you paused the game, Carl?
No, I'm going to pause it at 1 minute.
Okay. What second are you on right now?
I'm on 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So I've paused it. If you just do a countdown from 50, and then we'll go from there and we'll sync up, and then I'll get everything on the screen for you guys watching as well.
And Cal, a lot of people, they're not a fan of what we're saying. And you know what? It is what it is. 52.
Yeah, I mean, 54, not even in a disrespectful way, but I think sometimes
57, 58, 59. Yeah, there we go.
If you just count for me where you are.
1 minute 6.
Yeah, cool. We're synced up.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I hate to say this, but sometimes people don't take in exactly what you're saying. They may have something preconceived and not fully taking what you're saying. And that can be frustrating sometimes. At the end of the day, I think everyone just wants what's best for Liverpool. We all have different ways and thoughts of how we get there. But ultimately, we all want the same thing.
Absolutely.
I'll be honest. I've been quite open saying it. Everyone was harping on and raving about Calvin Ramsey. I think Connor Bradley's better than Calvin Ramsey.
Yeah.
Oh, good play.
Robbo.
First touch, Rob's. First touch, Robbo.
He could have taken it first time if he did that. But it's really good play.
Give me 1 sec. Let me just mute quickly. My washing machine's going off in the background. I haven't shut my conservatory door. 1 sec.
That's fine, man. That's fine. Absolutely fine. But yeah, good play from Jota. Played it into Robertson. Getting the first touch. If he could have played it first time to Doak or Jota, or cut it back to Jota and McAllister, that would have been a really good chance for us. But it is what it is. But Jota doing that link-up play, and that's the big thing that people have been questioning about.
I mean, we'll see. I'm not speaking about strikers and stuff today.
Well, you would rather Jota start than
I'm not
Gakpo.
saying nothing, Ram. I'm not saying nothing.
No, it's okay, man. It's a safe space, isn't it?
It's not a safe space, bro.
It is a safe space, man. It is.
Not a safe space.
It is, man. It is, man. I'm here. It's fine. It's fine. You can say it to me, man.
It's not a safe space, bro.
I know your thoughts on a certain strike,
You know my thoughts.
but I'm gonna twist it in a certain way. I'd rather Gakpo start as striker than Jota, in my opinion.
Fair enough. I can understand that argument.
But it's
I do think it's a bit what a pass from Trent.
What a ball.
Oh, what a pass from Trent.
That is actually a flipping
Well
ball
done,
right
Doak.
there. Go on, Doak. Oh, side netting. Side netting. Oh, that's the touch
Doak's
and then just a
exciting,
half volley
Doak really is
pass.
exciting.
Oh my god. Wow. That was a ball. That was a sick ball from Trent. But that's what he does, isn't it? But yeah, back to the Gakpo and Jota thing. Like for me, in terms of all-roundedness, I'd say Gakpo is more all-rounded. And I feel as though with the players that we have in with the likes of Szoboszlai and McAllister, we saw a little like cameo of it last game. Him and McAllister were just sourcing around the pitch like it's nobody's business, man. It was beautiful to watch.
Who's that with Doak?
No, Gakpo with McAllister.
No, look, Gakpo's quality. I got no issue with Gakpo. Like I can understand the argument. I'm not saying anything wrong. I ain't saying anything, bro.
Yeah, I get that, man. I get that. But yeah, man, I like Gakpo. I like Cody too much, man. He is cooking.
Cody's good, man.
Yeah.
All of our strike. We haven't got a rubbish striker or attacker in our team.
Oh, hello.
Finish.
Too much time.
We have not got one. Like people will like say this player is better than that, and look, I agree with that as well. But we haven't got one player who I'd sit there and go, he's rubbish.
I think we got the second. But I think no. Given the recent departure, I think we got the best attack in the league. Overall, in terms of squad wise,
that I don't know about. Maybe in terms of depth, but I don't know if I'd agree with that.
Strength in depth, I meant, because given the departure that's going to happen, because apparently Mahrez is going to leave at this moment in time.
Yeah.
So I think left wing and right wing striker overall, I think we've got the best.
But this is a problem for me though. In my opinion, we only have one left winger and one right winger. We have players who can fill in those positions, but I think we only have one of each of those positions actually with a bona fide natural player to play in those positions, and that's my concern. Again, I know he's gone Villa, but that's why I wanted someone like a Diaby who can play both flanks and give you that depth if needed, and give you something different. Like Diaz is direct, but you kind of know he's always going to cut in. Whereas Diaby playing left wing, you don't know whether he's going to cut in or go down the wing. Playing on the right side as well, in my opinion, he's more direct than Salah is nowadays, and he's a better dribbler. So I think that could have really given us another weapon, but it's not what the club want to do. So we just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah. But...
nice Seb, work, Diaz. Again, I agree, Seb. LFC Gakpo's played left wing. He has, but unlucky Diaz. But yeah, the club doesn't seem to want to play him left wing. I've said a few times I wouldn't mind seeing Gakpo and Diaz battle for that left wing position, but it does not seem like we want to play him there at all. So again,
yeah, absolutely.
What can we do?
I think what we have is players that are able to fill in those positions. You know, players that can do the job, or if need be, do cover for certain absences. But we don't have anyone that's specialized. But would you rather have two players that are actually out and out wingers to fight for a position, or multiple players that can play in multiple positions but still do the job for you, Cal?
It's a hesitant thing. I think it depends on who you're asking. Me personally, I prefer two out and out wingers, which is what I know. So I'd like 3 out and out wingers, and then a few other, like a player who can play in all positions potentially. So I think Gakpo's at 1. You can play across the front 3. Salah and Diaz are the 2 out and out wingers. I'd have liked one more, and then obviously got Jota and Nunes is a specialist striker. I know we've played him on the left, but I think we can all agree that it doesn't really work with him playing on the left. And I know people turn around and say, but he scored goals there. So it doesn't mean it's worked. It still doesn't mean it's worked. It doesn't work. He's way more dangerous playing through the middle than playing left wing, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. But
So
it's what Klopp wants to do. And we can only give our opinions. It's up to the manager and what he wants to do with his team. We have no say.
I mean, we'll just go wait and see, man. I just hope we get it right this season. I really do.
I'm going to ask you one more thing, Carl.
Oh, bro.
Tsimikas. I don't know if you saw his performance last game. It was ass. It was ass.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. If I'm not mistaken, he was being asked to play the left inverted centre back, though, right? Well, that looked like not a great challenge there.
Yeah, but in defensive transition, he was so poor. His positioning, even defensively, was poor.
This doesn't look great. This guy didn't even want to go over and say, "Are you all right?" Oh, that's pretty innocuous, actually.
Oh, yeah, he's going now.
That doesn't look great. That looked pretty innocuous.
Who's that?
Is
that Doak? It looked as though he landed on his knee.
That looked really innocuous.
Oh, oh, this ain't good, man. This is not good.
Is it just me, or that looked really innocuous? Like that didn't seem much.
It looked nothing. It looked like nothing. I thought it was as though he might have just landed on his knee, and it might have done a little, like a bruising or something. But no, he's actually rolling around. But this is not good at all.
Yeah, he doesn't look in a good way at all.
No.
Right,
he's holding his. He's holding his knee.
Bringing someone else in, another friend of the channel, another legend. He's got his own channel as well. Shout out to Jamie Phillips, football chat in the building.
Jamie, man.
Jamie.
How you doing?
Not too bad, man.
Not too bad. Wondering what's going on with Doak, bro.
Yeah, it looked like nothing. It looked nothing.
He looked like he was like,
right,
he's all right. He's up and hobbling. Again, it looked like I can't pick out where was the moment he hurt himself.
Yeah, that's why. What's his name? I think it might be Julian Green. Green was like, "Why is he rolling around?" Like,
yeah, maybe that's why he was. Yeah,
that's why he didn't go up to him,
bro.
Yeah, I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good as usual.
Not too bad, man.
I'm interested in Gakpo in midfield. Me and Calvin saying this, you know.
Yeah, flowers. That's all I want. Just some flowers.
What a flipping ball from
ball, man.
Decent.
Yes.
This Trent is just spraying balls left, right, and centre, man. Like it's just
he's got to be Liverpool's Pilo. That's what he's got to be.
Trent doing Trent things, right?
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
I think Klopp's he don't know what to do with Trent, in my opinion. I think he wants to put Trent in midfield, but I don't know if he wants to take him from right back yet, and that's why he's trying him. I'm not sure.
So here's the thing: he started in the 6.
All in.
Yeah, he started in the 6 in both games. Now, from an attacking point of view, Trent in the 6 is brilliant because from that 6 position, he can absolutely dictate the game. From a defensive standpoint, though, we absolutely don't know what he's going to bring.
No, I don't think he's a better defender in midfield, though, than he is at right back. I think he's more aware in midfield with people around him than he is at right back because he's more involved in the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're playing out from the back.
Taking a few risks there.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans have been pretty quiet lately.
Just like we like it. Robbo. It's not like Robbo to dive in like that.
No need for that as well.
Yeah,
Arsenal fans are quiet. Yeah, they have been quiet.
Dose of reality, ain't it?
I don't even think that's even a thing, Jamie. When have they ever been closer to reality? That is, like I said to Cal last stream, yeah. When you've been the banter and the butt of the joke for the last 10 to 15 years, and now you're back where you think you want to be, you start to act all Billy Big Bollocks when you haven't even achieved anything. It is what it is. It's just pent up anger from all the jokes and the fact that they've been shit.
I'm going to say something a bit wild. As of right now, and I know people are going to absolutely slaughter me for this comment, but I'm going to speak what I think, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong with what I'm about to say, by the way. As of right now, I think Arsenal are the best equipped to win the league.
Right, I'm out of here. See you later.
Hear me out. Man City
I
have
think
lost.
you're right. It's their midfield. I agree.
They've lost Gundogan. They're losing Mahrez. They're losing Walker.
Oh, go on, dog.
They're losing Walker. And who else are they potentially losing? Bernardo Silva as well, right?
Silva and Gundogan are too massive. You can't replace them two. It's impossible.
So that's who they're potentially losing. Liverpool are losing Henderson and Fabinho. Plus, we were short going into the summer before those two were leaving, and we don't know what's going on there. Chelsea have got about 78 new players that they've got to gel in.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle are going to have to deal with Champions League as well as the new rigors of the pressure and everything. So I don't think they're ready for the league yet. No. Who have I left out? Man United, they're just not there yet either.
I'd argue this, Cal, yeah?
Oh, sorry to cut you. One more. They've added Timber, Havertz, and Rice. Havertz, I do not understand for the life of me. I don't understand that signing. But Timber and Rice, for me, are two excellent signings for Arsenal. And they've not lost anyone yet.
Especially if they put Ben White alongside Saliba at the back. I think that's a better partnership for their defence.
I'll be honest. I honestly think...
You are right. You are right, because they're not losing Partey either. So if they're keeping Rice and Partey in their midfield.
Me personally, if I was Arteta in my midfield, I'd go Partey through in the 6. Rice, oh, come on, boys. Rice on the left and Odegaard on the right.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be a force. No doubt about it.
Oh, Trent, that's twice, man.
He's got the ball now.
It's
poor ball, though. What is that?
He just got caught on the ankle as he kicked it as well.
Go on, Lewis. Oh, unlucky.
I think Trent just got kicked on the ankle there as well.
I get what you're saying, Kyle, but it's the Havertz deal it's really bugging me. So it makes no sense. My head can't compute that.
Yeah, I think that's money laundering, personally. I think the Havertz deal is money laundering.
And you're on 300 grand a week as well.
Bloody hell, man. Do you know who they needed more? They could have done with Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai would have made a lot more sense than Havertz.
Maybe. Ooh.
I actually think, though, this is Arsenal's last big transfer summer, though, for a while.
You think so?
Yeah, they're going to have to sell players. They paid out a lot of money in the last few years, and they're going to have to start selling players.
We say that, but are we saying that because that's how we move, Jay?
Well, no, I think it's just the FFP thing. I think even Arsenal fans have been speaking about that. About they're going to have to get some players out.
No, but it's not even that. I think it's more the case of they could recuperate that money with the sales, like shirt sales and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You're about Mbappe getting £13 million a week.
So what?
That's how much he's going to get, £13 million a week. It's £700 million his contract if he signs it.
Oh, he can't turn that down.
£700 million. That's just for a year. That's a 1-year deal. Wow. 700 million, £13 million a week.
Whoa.
1.9 million a minute.
Is that tax free?
Yeah, it's tax free. It's Saudi, ain't it?
Oh.
700 million tax free. He's a billionaire. He'd be the first footballer to be a billionaire.
What are we doing at the back, guys? Come on.
We look a bit crazy. Look, I don't really want to get into a back and forth, but TG, you saying I've become negative since not winning the quad based on what makes me think Arsenal beat us and potentially City. Well, can I ask you a question? What makes you think we finish above Arsenal next season as of right now? Like,
It's
like I'm not even trying to do like the whole putting you down thing or anything, but on like seriously, what vibe are you getting from Liverpool right now to suggest that we finish above Arsenal, and how does that make me negative? I'm not saying we're going to finish low or outside the top four or anything, but what are we doing right now to suggest that Arsenal are going to finish below us? Like,
yeah,
I genuinely don't get that. Like,
I literally think we're
Arsenal just finished second in the league,
yeah.
comfortably second in the league, and had a bad end to the season. We had a very good end to the season, and we just about finished fifth.
Yeah, terrible year for us.
We've added 2 players, but we're about to lose 2 players, and we're still not sorted in other areas of the pitch that we need to sort out. Arsenal have addressed a situation where they brought in a defender, they brought in a midfielder, 2 midfielders, and they're still looking at bringing in more players. Like, how am I being negative?
You're not.
I genuinely like debate City, but as of right now, Arsenal are favourites and should be favourites to finish above Liverpool. Like, how is it?
I even our City fans, some City fans are a bit concerned going into this season because they haven't really signed anyone yet, like Kopish, who's an injury-prone midfielder.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I think signing really weird.
I think people aren't taking Arsenal too seriously.
They're Arsenal.
No, yeah. I gotta say, like, I hate to call it out, but it's like it's almost as though fans just think that we're just gonna switch a button and be sick again next season.
No,
it doesn't work. Football doesn't work like that.
And people think it's gonna be the same as the season when we lost all our centre backs. I don't think it is.
It's not going to be the same. We need to refresh quite a lot of players in the squad, and we haven't done that yet.
I said yesterday on my show that I'm going to be a more positive Liverpool fan this season. I'm going to be a more positive Liverpool fan this season. I'm going to try and be positive. It's lasted less than 24 hours.
So, all right, TG rocks. Arsenal haven't won the league in almost 24 years. We didn't win the league in 30 years.
Yeah.
Does that mean because you haven't won it for a certain amount of times, you can't win it? Like, we didn't win it for 30 years, but we still won it.
I think it'll be very tight. I think it might be very close next season.
Like, look, if you just don't like Arsenal, I get it. Fair enough. I don't either. But to say that we should be better favourites than Arsenal, like, Arsenal at the moment are playing better than us.
Yeah.
Arsenal are better than us as things stand right now. Like, what are we doing there? Like, how is that being negative? Are we now saying that we're as good as City right now as well then, because we challenge them?
Beautiful.
Good play. Sam McJotta with a shot. Yeah, you're right, Cal. You're right. I do think next season's going to be very tight and close between a lot of teams, though. I think it's going to be a super exciting season. The team I'm worried about the most is probably Newcastle.
Finish!
Right, son. That's what I want Diaz to do more of. As a finish. Maybe cut your hair. But, yeah, good goal.
People said he needed to finish more. He started
That's
to do it.
Finish.
That's what I want. That's what I want with Diaz. More impact like that. Because sometimes I feel like he holds the ball too long. Bit indecisive. But when he does that, shows his quality.
TG again, not even trying to do it back. Yes, we have won everything under Klopp, but that doesn't mean we're going to win it all again. Like, how is it London hype to say Arsenal are good?
They finished second, mate.
They finished second, comfortably finished second,
and they've got one of the youngest teams in the Premier League.
And they went up against a team that we all considered to be cheating.
Well.
Like, and they've added to their squad. They've improved their squad. What
yeah.
I don't know, man. Do you know what? Cool. We'll win the league next season.
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. But then it wouldn't shock me if we finish fifth again either. I think I'm in that sort of mind frame at the moment.
No, Jamie, I'll be honest. If we win the league next season, it would shock me.
Yeah.
100%.
It all depends how the league's set up again, because I think the league was pretty weak last season. You know, like Man City winning the league on 89 points, I think shows how weak the league was last season. Everyone was really average. It wasn't even the best City team last season. They won the treble. It's mad. Oh, good play.
Oh, nice shotter.
Nice shot. Surely two.
Oh my God.
Right.
Wow.
Shot. You got to be
Should have
serious.
buried that.
I think he got
in that.
caught in two minds right there.
Nah, there's no excuses. He's got to bury that.
Good play
Yeah.
from
That's
Bradley
Nunes.
from
People are
start.
getting onto Nunes. He's got to bury that.
That's
Yeah,
got to be
so-
gone.
If that
That's
is Darwin Nunes who misses that, people are getting onto it.
That's got to be
There's
tucked
no
away.
excuse for that. He's got to bury that.
I
Got
mean,
a whole goal to aim for there.
Oh my
He's got to
so
bury that.
well. Look how he wins the ball back as well. This is great play, and then the finish is poor. He's trying
Not
to do
even-
it deep with the eyes, ain't he, and go near post.
He tried to do the Rooney. Tried to do a Rooney.
He should have
Yeah,
buried
no
that.
excuse, man. He's got to finish that.
Do you like Robbo in this new formation, by the way, guys?
Well, him a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Are we taking the strength of Robbo's game away from him a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. We are. I think we are. I think best thing about Robbo was his energy and the fact that he was good at.
Oh, Furth are playing quite a high line, ain't they?
Yeah, Greuther Furth are playing a very high line.
Balls
Yeah,
there
I
on
think
top.
one of Robbo's best strength is running with the ball and also crossing it in first time. All those early crosses he loves to do.
Is this Bradley on the ball?
Yeah, I don't know why we're playing him as an inverted fullback, man.
He did well there, though.
No, but I think he's like an old school, like overlapping fullback.
Do you know what it is, Ram? I think it just shows that this is what we're going to play all season.
Oh no.
This inverted way. Otherwise, we won't be still doing it in pre-season. Klopp did say he wanted to do this season, but he brought it in last season to give the team a pick-me-up, to bring it in early. So this was always on the cards the way we play. My worry is that we go get a lot of defensive injuries playing this way.
Oh, nice Ibu.
Good tackle.
Oh, that's not. Is that a foul? That's not a foul.
So I don't know about you guys. I don't think Kanate likes defending out wide.
I don't think he minds doing it, but I don't think
Wow.
he likes doing it regularly
No.
throughout a game. I
Yeah.
think he doesn't mind when he gets to pick and choose.
And we go burn him out doing this way.
To do it throughout a whole 90 minutes, I don't know if it suits him.
And it don't suit anyone else in our team either.
And that's the concern I have with playing the inverted, because
Yeah.
if we get a go on, go on, Doak.
Winning the ball back
on,
well.
Ben.
And high
Go
arm.
on, Ben.
Good ball. Oh, just too
Oh,
much,
Lewis. I'll play it back. Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky.
too much
both there.
on the pass.
I think if Kanate gets injured, I think the inverted system falls apart.
Yeah, definitely.
If anyone is just joined, please do smash the like button. Liverpool 1-0 up, courtesy of a great finish by Luis Diaz.
Mac hasn't been in the game that often.
Yeah, he hasn't. He's quietly been going about his business. I think we'll say that quite a few times throughout the season about McAllister, but he will keep things ticking over. He's one of those players, I think sometimes you'll watch and think, oh, he didn't do much, and then you'll watch the highlights back or the game back and be like, oh, I didn't realize McAllister was involved in that. And then you're like, that's why he's so important.
Cal, Ben Doak, you loan him out, or is he in the squad next season?
Do I think he's in the squad next season?
Yeah. Or do you reckon he should be loaned out for the season?
I personally would loan him out.
Yeah, I'd
I'd
got a feeling.
personally loan. I'd try and get him into a championship team so he can get regular football. Same as what we did with Harvey Elliott. But I do think he stays. I think Klopp's very high on him.
I don't think we're going to take Europa League seriously at all. So I don't think Klopp's going to take the Cup seriously or the Europa League seriously next year. I think he's going to put everything in the Premier League basket because the way we finished. And for that reason, I think Doak might stay because I think he'll play a lot of games in them competitions.
Interesting.
And then if it comes to January and Klopp don't feel he's played enough games, he might get a mini loan from January till the end of the season somewhere.
Maybe. Yeah, I'd like him to go on loan so he can get more regular game time, and also just so that we're not hyping, putting loads of pressure on him as well. Like I can see us just putting so much pressure on him.
That's a foul. Would you? I'm with JJ. I would send him out to somewhere like a Luton Town.
I don't think a Premier League team takes him on loan and plays him regularly. I think it has to be a championship team. I'll be honest, I think a championship move for a younger player is very good as well mentally, because the league's more physical. You're playing more games. you have to become a man overnight in that league. You can't
it's good.
you can't get away with anything in that league. If defenders see or sense any weakness in you, they don't really care about you, your talent, your technique, and they will just bully you. Like there's a reason some of these players have come up from the Championship with players like Ivan Toney and players like that who have adapted to the Premier League so well, because it's less physical. The technique and the talent is obviously in abundance in the Premier League, but they can deal with the physicality straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's half the battle won. And I think Doak, in my opinion, would be so suited for a Championship move.
Blackburn, there he goes in.
What about Scotland?
Yeah. Say again, sorry?
What about Scotland?
Nah, keep
It's not
him
competitive
over here.
enough. He won't learn anything in Scotland, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Same again in
Unless
Germany.
it's going to be Rangers or Celtic, I don't see the point in going on loan into Scotland.
I don't want
Because,
to go to Germany.
He could play Champions League games.
Good ball.
Unlucky.
Play.
That Gakpo there. Yeah.
Nice link up play with Jota there as well.
Yeah.
Gakpo and Jota seem to have very
excellent between Diaz and Gakpo arriving late as well, doing some great stuff, man.
And Gakpo is the link to everything we do going forward. Because he seems like it's almost Bobby 2.0 in a way, where Bobby was the link to everything Liverpool did. And now it looks like Klopp's just put that on Gakpo, and he's quite happy to do it as well.
I think with Gakpo, I think he's a lot more.
It's more direct.
How do you say it? Sorry,
he's a bit more direct than Bobby, but his link-up play is excellent. It really is.
He's also got the power as well, because he could take shots from long range. He's got a mix, a blend of both technical ability and just physical power, which I think he should show a lot more often, given his size.
I just
pause. Sorry to cut you both, boys. Shout out to K-Mac. Could he go on loan abroad, maybe to Holland as well? I know I just said I went on a little talk about the Championship and stuff, but Holland, could he not go to quite a few players have done well over in Holland? You look at players who've just come over as well.
I'd rather it going to Holland than the German league. Oh, they're in here. Highlights.
That's offside.
Yeah, I think the German league is a terrible league. I think the Dutch league is it's better for youngsters to go over there and learn the way the Dutch like to play. You know, you grow up as a youngster in Holland, you're always technically gifted, don't you? So that's a great shout by K-Mac, to be fair. The German league, look at Sancho. He found it easy in Germany, struggles in England.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the Sancho one, I think there's stuff going on behind the scenes, and I don't know if Man United was the right club either.
Well, he got 300 grand straight away. The man's happy.
yeah, that didn't help.
There's no intent. What incentive has he got
beautiful play
to perform better when he's getting that?
So good in the half term.
He is, man. He's
well played.
Brilliant.
He's the proper utility player going forward.
I'm telling you, he's Bobby Firmino 2.0. That is what he is.
But I wouldn't say Bobby could play as a centre midfielder. He can actually play as a centre midfielder.
I think Bobby in his prime,
I think Bobby in his prime could have. He didn't.
Bobby in his prime was a 10. He was a 10 waiting.
Yeah, of course. But as an 8, though, Cal.
I think
Bobby could have done it.
I think because Gakpo's got the height and the strength, that's what makes him I mean, I've been saying this since we bought Gakpo, and I saw him going in that false 9 area. I think I said it to Cal as well. We've messaged about it. That I just see long-term future that Gakpo's a midfielder, long-term in his career. And
Do you know who else said that?
I think his coaches in Holland also said that as well. That they see that's where he
mad that Jamie. I got ridiculed for that, Jay.
But Cal, do you know who else said that? He said the first person to say that. That's why I said we could use him as more of a midfielder. Was Didi Hamann.
Yeah.
People saying, he's an attacker, but he's like, for me, the way he plays, the kind of player that he is, he's more of a midfielder.
Yeah. He plays like a midfielder. Who can finish.
Question for all of us. Sorry, Jay. Question to all of us here. Shout out to Mark A. Who's finishes Liverpool's second top goal scorer next season? I think everyone's assuming Salah.
Salah's top.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I actually don't think Salah finishes top goal scorer next season.
If
You think
Jota
it's so-
plays it, if Jota plays enough, Jota's the top goal scorer.
I think it's going to be Jota and then Salah.
If he plays,
If Jota stays injury free for most of the season. If he stays injury free for most of the season, I think Jota's becomes our top goal scorer, and then Salah becomes second top goal scorer.
I
And then
think
the
it'll
rest
be
of the goals
joint.
will be shared out, I believe.
I think it'll be joint. I think Gakpo and Jota will get the same amount of goals.
yeah, I think all our forwards will hit double figures.
The reason why I'm not saying Gakpo is because I think Gakpo is going to be used in a multitude of positions next season.
You can still get goals from there, Cal. You can still get goals from there.
Yeah, that's true, but I reckon it'll be easier for Jota. You won't see Jota in midfield next season at all. You could see Gakpo in midfield, it's obviously easier to score the higher up you are on the pitch. So I think that's why I give the edge over Gakpo. And I don't think Nunes will get enough minutes to give him the shout of getting second top goal scorer either.
Would you sell Nunes, Cal?
Say again?
Would you sell Nunes, Cal?
Would I sign Nunes, did you say?
Sell.
Would I sell him? No.
I'd sell Nunes at the end of next season if he's not performed.
Yeah, that's what I've said. If he doesn't have a good season this season coming up, then I'd sell him next summer. Selling him now would be crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though.
Would you sell him, Rams?
If someone comes in with a very good price, I'm thinking about it.
Whoa!
I'll tell you what though. People will be surprised how many big teams come in for Darwin. He's very well respected in Europe.
No one's touching Darwin, man. Klopp ain't gonna let him go. Look, I'll keep the same energy I said for Jota during the season. I'm only selling Darwin Nunes if it guarantees us getting Harry Kane or Osimhen.
Mm-hmm.
If it guarantees us getting one of those two players, I'll do it. If it doesn't, then absolutely not.
If it guarantees me getting a left winger and another winger, if it gets us two wingers, and I'll be very happy.
The Hossaman hype, man, does my brain in.
Say that again.
The Hossaman hype does my brain in. Really does my brain in.
You don't rate him, Jay?
He had one good season. It's just
He's had more than one good season, you know, Jay.
He was all right. He's a running.
I'll tell you what, though, Cal. His first season, he was okay. I mean, last season, the season before that, he was okay, but he wasn't incredible.
You got to have a link player with him, and I think that's why this season he's looked fantastic because you got Kevin there, link playing with him, and I think that's helped him out millions. I think he's that kind of striker. You have a great link up man. Yeah, that's what I call him because I can't pronounce his name.
Oh, Kop-Ish.
Yeah. So if he's got a brilliant link man with him, he's one of them strikers who looks amazing. But is he on the level of Harry Kane's and stuff like that? Not for me, no.
So, So that's kind of why I said what I said though. Like I'm not selling Nunes and just not like bringing in just a random
absolutely.
It's got to be top quality if you're selling it.
What about?
And by the way, you go to Santos. You're saying this is Osman praises Nunes. So the year Nunes scored 30 odd goals for Benfica, we went and bought him. Yeah, one good season. Osimhen really had that one breakout season last year where everyone started talking about him.
Played Gakpo.
Lucky.
It's not a lot of difference. And plus, if you just heard me, I just said I'd sell Nunes next season, the end of next season, if he don't perform. So there you go. People need to listen.
I'd be interested. I'm not going to speak about Nunes because whenever I do, it just turns into a madness. I think Nunes will have a better season this season than he did last season. I just don't see him getting the amount of minutes needed for him to be.
Go on, Gio. Go on, Sean.
Good goalkeeper.
You still got it? Oh, unlucky. I don't know if that was cleared off the line.
That is unlucky.
Big up Danny says these lot would have sold Rushy. Danny, we did sell Rushy. He went to Juventus for 18 months.
Again, very different times. Very different times.
He went to Juventus for 18 months. We did sell him.
Was it hit the post, I think. Or was it hit onto the post?
I think he hit the post.
Yeah, the post.
That is so
angle, man.
Yeah.
Joe's instincts are crazy, man.
He's a predator.
Crazy.
Portuguese Michael Owen, man. That's what I call him. Without the pace.
Oh, Cody.
Oh, go on, Cody. Oh, go on, Cody.
That
was shit.
Absolutely. He's a midfielder. Just say what it is. Right. The only problem with this is, Klopp's going to be like, do I need a midfielder now?
Do you know what? We might not need another midfield. We might only
still
need
need a
one. We might
six.
only need a DM. We might just need an attacker instead.
We
I'm
say Joshua
telling you
Kimmich.
what,
Run it up, Cody.
he's a midfielder. The way he plays, a forward, an out-and-out forward, can't do that in midfield if you're not a genuine midfielder. You just can't.
Gakpo is Bellingham.
No, let's not go too far there.
Bellingham's overhyped as well.
Yeah, he ain't no Steven Gerrard, man.
Does Alisson make every kit just look great?
Oh, Ibu.
Ibu out wide, no good. He's food and drink for
Yeah, people underrate Alisson's distribution, man. It is very
People just
underrated.
underrate Alisson, full stop.
I
I'm not
said
talking
that-
Liverpool fans on that one. I think Liverpool fans give him his flowers, and rightly so. But opposition fans, they don't realise how
I
great
don't know.
this guy is.
A lot of rival fans I talk to actually say Alisson's the best in the league. It's the media I don't think they give him the credit.
Yeah, maybe the media then.
When you see things like ESPN putting up who's better, Alisson, Edison, and all these people, it's like, what are you doing?
Guy's sensational.
Stop. I've said it before. I think I've come on here before on a Friday show, Cal, and said that Alisson's distribution is the best in the league. It's just that Edison
Not looking good so far this game.
I wouldn't say that's on Konate, though.
Konate.
No, that was Virgil, actually, Carl. That was
Yeah.
Virgil.
Konate.
Well,
can knock
good.
past.
Go on, don't.
And play it.
Play it through.
No.
Look up, man. Oh, you're too late.
It's the first time I've seen Doak not really look up. That's the game he needs to work on. I haven't really seen McAllister a lot in this game yet.
Yeah. But he's just letting things tick around, man. He's been.
Which usually
doing his
means
thing.
he's actually playing really well when he goes unnoticed sometimes.
Yeah.
In the role they're playing. He's playing a bit deeper today, isn't he?
I think they're giving the ball more to like Bradley and Doak and Trent.
Cal, I heard you say at the end of the show that you think Bradley might start right back. I'm going to have to agree with you because look where we are. We're coming up to the end of July and we haven't got a DM in yet. That DM is he going to be match fit and ready for the Chelsea game?
Yeah.
So it might be that Bradley starts against Chelsea and Trent starts as number 6. This is nice.
Good ball.
Go on, Diaz.
Oh, there go.
He got it stuck on his feet. He got it stuck on his feet, man.
One touch and shoot there. One touch and shoot.
Greuther Furth are comfortable playing out from the back, though.
Yeah, they've had
a question.
their 6th pre-season game, isn't it?
If it is Bradley who starts right back, what does that say for Gomez's future?
Homegrown quarter. He just makes up the homegrown quarter. That's it.
I've got a thing about Joey G that I don't think he's ever been that good.
Oh,
Jamie,
Right, the reason I'm going to say that right now, right? He was alongside Virgil, right? When Virgil was arguably the best centre back I've ever seen alive play at that time, and it was Superman.
Better than that.
And I think anyone who played next to Virgil at that time would have looked amazing, in my opinion.
All right, this is where I disagree. Lovren played next to Virgil in that period, and Lovren didn't look amazing. His level went up, but he didn't look amazing. Gomez did look amazing.
If Lovren had pace, he'd be fine.
I didn't know, Jay.
Yeah,
Gomez
that's why that's the only difference there, Gomez.
But Gomez never needed to utilize his pace that often.
I don't think it was just Gomez's pace. I think it was his reading of the game, his ability to break
aggression
past the midfield as well.
I think it's mostly down to it's not his talent of Joey Gomez, it's the injuries in his short career. He's only 24, and he's had so bad injuries on his knees.
You don't think he's 24? I think he's at 26 now.
He's 26.
Yeah, he's like 25, 26.
He's just turned 26.
So many bad injuries that I think that's what's ruined it, not his talent.
It was the timing of the injuries as well.
Yeah,
he got the injuries at the worst period of his career.
He can defend, don't get me wrong, but there's something about his concentration levels that I don't trust as a defender going forward. I think Klopp's the same, otherwise he'd play him. Konate's the same. I've got the same issue with Konate.
Mm-hmm.
But
But I think Konate is more defensively adept.
Yeah, he's got
because of his physicality.
Yeah, but he's got positional issues, Konate. He loses his position far too much for me. He doesn't know where he is on the pitch sometimes. And sometimes he's a bit too... He wants to bully the striker a bit too much sometimes, to my liking.
9 times out of 10, he does.
He gives away silly fouls and penalties and that.
Yeah. I think the only game I remember that he was outdone was against Brentford.
Yeah, he's only young.
Yeah, that's where the naivety came through, where he's just like, bro, just take a step back, just give a couple yards back, try and let them beat you.
In 3 to 4 years' time, Konate will be a well beater. It's just because he's a young lad right now.
Oh, France just have an amazing set of centre backs, man.
I'll have him. Yeah, I mean, Konate and Saliba are the two, aren't they? That's the French.
That's like that is the complementary centre back partnership if I've ever seen one.
Saliba's like the French Van Dijk, isn't he?
But Saliba, I think Saliba is very good. I don't like the Virgil comparisons though. I gotta be honest.
It's because he's silky like Virgil. I think that's why they compare.
Yeah, but we've also seen him get bullied about as well. Like when Virgil was Virgil, we never saw him get bullied. Like we've seen Saliba get bullied. Like in the World Cup as well, Saliba was
never played.
Half the player of Konate.
Yeah.
Like
I went back and looked at Virgil when he was playing at Celtic in some games when he was younger. Virgil's always been ridiculously good.
Yes, I said this. I said he should have been the player we signed.
Yeah,
we should have signed him like directly from Celtic.
Half time. Yeah, he's always been ridiculously good. He was very good at Southampton as well, on the edge of world class at Southampton.
Yeah, he was just Virgil was Virgil, man. He was doing his thing.
He was just waiting for a big move. 1-0 at half time, people. Thoughts on the first half, guys?
We sure I should have 2 goals on his name.
Midfield and going forward, Liverpool look classy. Defensively, Liverpool still look really shaky. That's a worry for me.
Do you think it's because we're the architects of our own sloppiness?
Yeah, we are, because I think we lose concentration at the back so much sometimes because we're doing so much in the midfield and going forward, we're keeping the ball a lot, that our defence sometimes loses a little bit of concentration and then try and play out from the back without awareness of players coming onto them. And they give away the ball and get a bit sloppy at the back sometimes. I think that's the reason. Midfield and going forward, though, there's so many classy players in our team. I'm not a worry. Not a worry at all. Big up, Drift.
Big up,
Drifty, big up, man.
What's going on, peeps? What's going on?
All right, guys. So for the whole first half, you guys have all sounded robotic. So now, Drift, you're in. I'm going to quickly reset my computer and then jump back in.
Cool.
So I won't be too long, yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying that I've got to come in and help out with the Konate slander. What's been going on? Why is Konate getting slander?
Konate? No, I said earlier he's so young at the moment that he makes a lot of mistakes, but he'll get better as he gets older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has little periods of naivety, which will go away when he gets older.
But in the next 3 to 5 years, he's got to be a well beater. Simple as that.
I mean, I think talent-wise and what he's achieved since he come to Liverpool, I think he's pretty much already there. I know his age will always mean little things will happen, but there's an argument he's our best centre-back. If you're Liverpool's best centre-back, then you must be doing something right.
I just think this is naivety at times. He can be a bit sloppy on the ball. He's not a great passer of the football out of the back. But I've got no problem with his talent. The man's going to be amazing in 3 to 5 years' time. That's why he's already playing for the French team, for goodness sake. He's super talented.
A quick question.
Young boy, that's all.
Yeah. Quick question.
His passing needs work, definitely. I've said that. Yeah. I remember when I got a bit of slander for that when I was pulling out the fact that I'm not really keen on Ibu's passing out from the back. It's not crap, but I definitely don't think
it's not where it should be. That's all.
Yeah. If you look at what Matic can do, If you look at what Virgil can do, if you look at what Robbo and Trent can do with their passing in our defence, Ibu's not on that level at all in terms of passing. But yeah, he's not crap or he's not a liability or anything like that.
Yeah,
stay around. You was going to say something, bro.
When it comes to penalties, because we got so many good penalty takers, like obviously Alexis McAllister is a proven penalty taker. Is Salah going to be taking a step back from penalties, or is it just still going to be him taking the penalties?
I hope so.
Salah's taking the pens.
I hope so. I mean, I heard you lot conversation about who's going to be top goal scorer. I mean, I heard all the conversations on my way home. I was listening. Big up for filling in. I personally think top goal scorer this season is going to be Gakpo and Nunes. I think they'll get pretty much similar numbers. I think those two will. And I can't wait for everyone who thinks Nunes is a pile of crap and isn't going to do anything. I can't wait for them to have to take it back. And I'm not even going to do that. I told you so. I'm just saying it now and just remember at the end of the season.
I hope that. My only thing with Darwin drift is that I rather Liverpool play to Darwin's strengths than we trying to make Darwin play to the way we play at times. That's my issue with it. And Darwin, like Klopp's made mention of it, that he wants Darwin to defend better from the front, and I get it because that's the way we play. But sometimes I'm like, just let the man play his way. You know, he wants to play. He wants to play that ball off, run into space, and get a shot off. That's the way Darwin wants to play. And I think last season we didn't go to Darwin's strengths. We almost played go fetch with Darwin, didn't we? Where we just took a long ball, make it into space, and Darwin would run onto it, have to run 50 yards, then try and finish. You know, so that's not his strengths at all. So we got to, and that's it. So Darwin's got to work on what Klopp wants him to do, and I think Klopp's also got to come to a thing where maybe he's got to we got to somehow play to Darwin's strengths at times as well.
I just don't think we could, Jamie. I think that midfield didn't allow us to, and I'm hoping that now this midfield will allow us to, because Klopp's not an idiot. Klopp's not an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Klopp is one of the most intelligent people in football. I don't think for 1 minute that he looked at the way we were playing with Nunes and felt like he was doing the right thing. I think he tried to accommodate based on what we could do. Now we've got proper midfielders. Now we've got a little bit more confidence back. Now it's a fresh start. Now Nunes is a little bit more adapted to living in England. He knows a bit more English. He can communicate a bit better. All the things that was maybe a little bit of an issue. I think that you look at the situation now and he'll end up doing what Pep did with Haaland. Because I think Pep tried to make Haaland play the Man City way, and halfway through the season thought, this is a really silly thing to do. Let me just let Haaland be Haaland. And then look what happened. They won everything. He smashed all the, you know what I mean? Like, not that he wasn't playing well before, say, around October, November, December time. Of course he was. But I think Pep was trying to get him to play the way they played. And then I think from about maybe November, December onwards, he just thought, I'm just going to let this kid be who he is. And then look, you know what I mean? He just started like, so, yeah, it is what it is.
I just don't want to see Darwin on the left wing. I just want to see him playing through the middle if he plays.
Yeah, neither do I. But I think he can fill in there if necessary.
Problem
like
is,
half an hour to go or something like that in a game. Do you know what I mean? Like, he scored quite a lot of and assisted quite a lot from that position. I know if you lot remember that goal against Everton as an example when we counter-attacked. Not only was it a brilliant counter-attack, not only was it a brilliant 1-2 with Mo, but it was a 1-2-1-2 with Mo. And the cross back in for the, like, do you know what I mean? Like, he is capable of doing it. Do you know what I mean? Is he best at it? No, but he's capable.
The one thing that sticks to mind is remember the Mo Salah first goal against Tottenham, where he took a touch and he laid it off to Mo and Mo just slammed it from first time at the bottom.
Yeah, they got a good relationship. I think Mo and Darwin have got a better relationship than Darwin and Diaz. I think that relationship is better between them two. I think Darwin and Diaz sometimes get in the way of each other a little bit because they want to occupy the same bit of space on that left-hand side of the pitch. Because Darwin naturally drifts into that left area, a bit like Henry used to, and Diaz wants to cut in from the left. So I think that's why the relationship between Darwin and Salah is really good at times, and it's not so good with Diaz. But the problem is with all this is that, I said it earlier, I think Cody Gakpo is almost the key to everything we do at the moment going forward. He's like the link player. He's like Bobby 2.0.
Yeah.
He's that link player. He's in midfield. He's still the one linking everything from there. And it's a conundrum what Klopp does now, because do you play Gakpo in a 10 and play Darwin in front of him? I mean, is that the way? Then that gets the best out of Darwin because Darwin likes playing off with somebody. That's his strength. He don't like being that guy on his own. So maybe they do something like that, which would get the best out of both men.
Our forwards are going to bang this season. Just watch.
They're all going to get double. They're all going to get double digits, in my opinion. All of them.
I agree with that. I think Diaz is the only one who might not, but he'll have double digits.
But that's not his game, is it? That's not his game.
It's not. No. It's not. But I mean, and you know what? Back to what you lot was talking about as well with the who can win the league. Very interesting because my ears perk up anytime I hear win the league after I was told that I have to mention Arsenal in the same breath as Man City. So my ears always perk up a little bit whenever we talk about title races. I think there is a lot that can be said that's true with regards to you can't look at what happened last season and not include Arsenal in a title race because they had a brilliant season. That's a fact. But football's a funny old game. And I also believe you can jump from here to here if you make the right adjustments during the summer. We did it. We nearly won the league in 13-14. And where were we in 12-13? Okay. I mean, I know we had a phenomenon in Suarez, but, it still stands the same. Brendan had a year more. The planning was there. Everybody knew the system better. And even though we look at how great Suarez was, let's not discount the fact that Gerrard was still a beast in that season. Sterling was phenomenal once he was in the team. Sturridge is Sturridge. He was absolutely amazing that year. Like, it wasn't just Suarez. That was all what Brendan did build. Suarez was the edge, but, what was built was Coutinho was starting to ball out. Now, everybody kind of discredits Brendan because they don't like him. A lot of that was Brendan was doing some brilliant coaching and did a lot of good stuff for Liverpool to get us in that position. So you look at that, it's possible. It's easily possible that Liverpool could win the league last year, even though we finished 5th. It's easily possible that Arsenal could drop down to 3rd, 4th, 5th, even though they were in a title race. Who knows? Jamie said it best. Last year was so weak with regards to the bigger teams. It was quite unexplainable. Tottenham are going to be much better under Postecoglou. I'm not saying they're going to win anything, but they're going to take points off big teams now. They will.
They're going to be attack-minded next season, ain't they, Top?
Do you get what I mean? Chelsea, please, everybody, for your own sake, stop sleeping on Chelsea.
They got no Europe.
Stop sleeping on Chelsea.
They got no Europe.
I don't get why everybody's sleeping on Chelsea. And not to win the league, but again, they're going to take points off the big teams. Man United are going to take points off the big teams, and don't sleep on them either. Why is this just a God-given right? Arsenal were the only team that can win the league now, apart from Man City, because of one season. They're weaker now. Let's not get it twisted. Losing Xhaka and possibly Partey and adding Havertz to midfield, they are weaker.
Yeah, if they lose Partey, then that has weakened their midfield.
So let's just see. Liverpool could win the league, people. Don't sleep on it.
Do you think, Drift, because I've been saying this for a while, do you think, not all Liverpool fans, but do you think a lot of us put down our own players too much?
Yeah, 100%.
We got some quality footballers that would get in all these teams, right? And they play for us, like Cody Gakpo, Darwin there. You got Luis Suarez, Suarez. I wish it was Suarez. We got Salah. You got Diaz. You got Jota. You got Trent. You got Robbo, Van Dijk, Canate. All these players. Alisson. Now it's ain't a dead team. We just had a bad year.
Exactly.
And bad years happen in football. Chelsea. How many bad years have Chelsea had in the last few years?
Partey's staying, by the way, guys.
Yeah, he looks like he is.
Okay. Well, then the conundrum starts to happen as to what they do with their midfield then, because if you've got the money to have a 65 million man bench player, then fair dues. Maybe you are on Man City's level. But I think Havertz is going to have to play. So how's Arteta fit this all in?
So do you think that we've got a better chance of winning the league than Arsenal next season, as of right now?
Yeah.
Based on what, bro?
Based on the fact that we just had a bad year. We've rectified it, especially if we get a proper DM. And our manager is 10 times better than their manager. We have rectified it. As long as we bring in a solid DM, Cal, our midfield is fixed.
No, but that's what I'm saying. As of right now, we haven't done that, bro. So as of right now...
but I'm sitting here in the faith that my club are not stupid enough to not do it. Especially with Flacco and Hendo leaving. They're not stupid enough to not do it. No, guys, come on. I know that we do a lot of FSG bashing because they don't spend money, etc., and all that kind of stuff. But Jurgen Klopp, if any of you lot have watched any of the interviews Klopp has done since the season finished, he knows he messed up and he knows Liverpool have to get back to the level. We are not going to not buy a DM. We are not going to not buy a DM.
I actually
come on, guys, man. Can we be? We can't be this like negative in terms of like how we feel about the transfer.
Why is it negative?
We don't think we're gonna get a DM.
We thought we were going to get a centre midfielder last summer. We didn't. We
But that
thought
was
we'd get
different, Cal.
we
We
thought
had
we'd get a
five
centre
at the
back the
club.
summer before that. But we do stuff like this.
But
it's
we
not
had
just
five. We had
DM.
5 midfielders at the club, Cal, and unfortunately, Klopp thought it would be good enough.
But
we don't have any
We're
anymore,
not
bro.
just talking
So
about
we
midfield
have to
either,
do
though,
it.
bro. We still need a centre back as well.
Yeah, but I think injuries can happen to anyone. But barring injury, the defense is good enough to win the league.
Yeah.
I have faith that Matip can give us one more year, 20 games, 25
when
games.
you say barring injury, what's the likelihood of Konate getting through the season and Matip getting through the season without getting an injury?
Yeah, it's a big what if.
That's where rotation is very key.
It is a big what if, but we could say the same about Arsenal. They fell apart without Saliba. What if he gets another injury? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's ifs and buts for everybody, right?
No, there is, but as of right now, their squad hasn't got weaker. Their squad's got stronger, and they finished above us by quite a distance last season. And I mean, our squad's got better, but it's not caught up from where we finished the season, in my opinion.
Look, this is the beauty of football, right? We can all have like, you know, difference of opinion and stuff. But I believe the midfield was the only issue last season, plus a few players bedding in. Gakpo's been here longer
was
now.
an issue last season, bro.
Yeah, but defense was an issue because the midfield wasn't helping and the forwards were being rotated all the time and not truly used to what's going on.
No,
we're a year more in the development. We're a year down the line. Players are more used to how to play now. There's a feel-good factor back around the club because it's a fresh start. New seasons do this. Like, you can finish a high one year and then not know what's going on. You can finish low and you can just have a feel-good factor and you can just feel like you got a fresh start. You can go again. It can happen both ways. It can happen both ways, guys. So let's see in it. Let's see. I think it's a very
I think
naive thing to think that Arsenal were just gonna be brilliant and we won't be good enough again. I don't know. Like,
I think it's more naive to think the other way, Drift.
That's fair enough. But I believe in my team. I believe in my manager, and I just don't see how Arsenal were better equipped to win the league than Liverpool are when we've got the manager who knows how to do it. We got quite a lot of players still in the squad that know how to do it. And I still think City are the favourites. I still think City are the ones who are actually going to do it. But I don't know, man. We'll see in it. We'll see. Let's see if Arsenal can go again. They got to get over the disappointment of not winning it as well, which is hard. People downplayed us not winning the quad. But it's hard to get over disappointment. It is. Maybe they might not even be able to get over the disappointment of how close they came and then not winning it. Who knows? I don't know. But let's just see what going in it, because this Arsenal are guaranteed to be title challengers and Liverpool ain't good enough yet. I think that's a very, false way to look at things. But that's
based on what, Drift? Based on
the fact that we're a better team than them. Just because last season they looked better
right
than us.
Now, Drift. We're not a better team right now.
Oh, we got better individuals than them, and last season was just a bad season.
In some positions, we haven't, Drift.
Fair enough, Cal. Player for player, I think we shit on Arsenal. That's my opinion. First 11, both teams, put your best 11 down. I think we shit on Arsenal. But that's just my opinion.
No, I don't think we do that.
I think we shit on Man United. I think City's the only team we don't shit on first 11, man for man.
No,
really?
100%.
Like
100%.
When you say shit, as in like 8 out of 11 players get into combined 11.
7 to 8, yeah, getting a combined 11 if you did a combined 11.
That's a stretch, Drifty, in my opinion.
And you know why? And you know why that? Because Saka can't get in over Salah, and that's one of the only Arsenal players that's good enough to get in the Liverpool team. So at what point, do you get what I mean? Like, at what point?
It's a fact. Look,
at what point do Saliba can't get in his team over Van Dijk and Konate? That's one of their other better players. The Ramsdale conversation is on.
Saliba's a debate, Drift. Saliba's a debate.
It's a debate based on how brilliant he was last season, but we're talking overall. What the hell are we doing? Oh my God!
Adrian just conceded straight away.
Yeah. Oh
Adrian
my God,
just conceded straight away. There's our number
How? I'm gonna say it again,
I'm
bro.
not saying nothing anymore.
No, I'm gonna say it for you. Why
Vibes.
did we keep this guy?
3. Vibes.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was more. Oh no, actually, I need to see why the defender. But the defender was the one who lost the ball, so I need to understand. Because I was talking
Straight
and
from
then I.
kickoff, they're
Hold
at
on,
the
let me
back,
see. Let me see what happened.
passing it around. He's passed it back to Adrian. He's got loads of time, messes around with it.
Oh my flipping days!
Oh, Adrian. Oh yeah.
Oh, Adrian, clear your lines, man.
Bloody
your
hell,
line.
man.
Oh, there we go. There's
Was it an own goal?
I think it was. You know.
Who? I think who did he sell short, man? I think it might have been Curtis.
Oh, now it's kicking off.
Oh,
Simicast.
brilliant! Now it's kicking on. Yeah.
This is what Adrian does. Oh, Simicast getting heated for is a friendly, man. Chill.
Where is Kelleher, by the way, guys?
So Klopp said today that he's rotating the keepers, so some won't be in the squad. So Kelleher is meant to go to Singapore and be in the squad for that one. But then he's saying that, and Peter Luger's not getting a game, so it don't make sense. So who would I rather watch, Peter Luger or Adrian coming on right now?
No comment.
Nah, Cal, you can't just live with no comment for the rest of your life.
No, I can, Ram.
We can't have Adrian as number 2 next season. We just can't.
No, he's number 3. He's number 3.
Yeah.
He's number.
Oh, is it because Drift's here that you don't want to speak?
No, nothing to do with Drift.
So, apologies, guys. I think some of the supers were actually based on the conversation you guys were having. Let me just check to make sure we haven't. All right, Danny thinks the defense have bad individual mistakes in them.
You have.
Yeah,
a lot.
But no, of course they do. But so does everyone, though.
No, but Drift. When we say things like the defense was bad because the defense was bad because the defense was bad, bro.
Yeah, but I think a large part of that was they didn't get any protection from the forwards or the midfielders. Beautiful pass.
What a ball.
I do truly believe that.
Darwin.
Well done.
You know what?
There
we go.
He's dead.
This is what me and Drift.
Excellent stuff.
Play to his way. Feed him and score goals.
Excellent finish.
There you go. That's what he wants to do.
Oh, Drifty's so happy right now.
But that's what you want to do.
I'm not going to speak. I'm just going to leave
That's
it.
what you want to do with Darwin. You don't want Darwin to be a link player. You just want him to be a finisher.
That was brilliant.
That's what I'm saying.
Brilliant from Mo as well.
Brilliant goal.
Great play by Mo. But
that was beautiful play all round. Did you see the pass from Elliot to Mo?
Yeah, Elliot.
Yeah, man.
Well, I had this thing today. Yeah, I'm going to say this right now on Kopish, so everyone can hear this because I'm going to get stick for it. But I'm going to say it. So everyone's going on about Elise going to City or saying like that, 35 million, ain't they? And a lot of people were saying, why aren't we in for him? Why don't we give Harvey Elliott and money for Elise? And I said it that if Elliott played at Crystal Palace and got the game time Elise does, Elliott would look as good.
No.
Do you know what? I don't think that's a bad shout though, because I think Elliott playing week in, week out probably would get to a high level.
Not as good as Elise. Elise is way better than Elliott.
They're different players, though, right?
They're different kind of players, but I don't think Elliott's like this bum footballer everyone keeps.
No, he's not. But he's not a winger.
What is he then, Carl?
Say again.
What is he then, Carl? If he's not a winger and he's not,
he's more of a 10, in my opinion.
You don't play with the 10.
Oh no.
And also, sometimes players playing at smaller clubs always look a lot better than when they go to a big club. They don't look as good. Always got to make that.
That's true.
Always got to
that
make
is very, very true.
Because they play all the time.
Conor Gallagher's a good example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not people
I think we should be all over Elise though.
Yeah, he's good.
I think Conor Gallagher's Conor Gallagher's different because Conor Gallagher was playing in his best position, which is a 10 at Crystal Palace. Oh my, bloody hell! I thought I was going to
cry.
Yeah, Adrian is.
And at Chelsea, he was playing like as a in a double pivot 8. Like
yeah. It was Chelsea as well, bro. I agree.
Mm.
But he looks a shadow of himself regardless at Chelsea, though. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, we need a centre back ASAP.
Well played.
Well played, man. Get it forward. Go on. Play to Mo. There we go. Go on, Mo.
Overlap, Joey. Overlap. Not,
There we go. Go on, Joey.
Play.
There we go. Play back.
Beautiful.
Oh, unlucky.
Beautiful. Oh, unlucky.
Elliott's looking decent.
Elliott's a good player, man.
Yeah,
It's just where do we fit him in?
No,
this
he's, yeah,
team?
I'm not up for the shouts of selling Elliott and to get Elise in, but I do think we should be all over the Elise thing.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
think
don't- we
I don't
shouldn't
think
need
we're going to buy a
Stelter.
right wing until Salah leaves.
No, we're not, and that's a big problem for me.
I think
And
Curtis.
who do we blame for that? That's the thing as well.
No one.
I mean, like Salah is never going to be dropped, so why would you buy a right winger? I suppose I'm not sure.
Cal, can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah, go on.
And I'm just playing devil's advocate because I've watched him play and I think he is a brilliant player. Is there a slight argument that maybe nobody going for Diaby and him ending up at Villa might mean that the scouts are seeing something that we might not be, and maybe there's question marks?
But
No,
you can say the same thing with Boubacar Kamara, though.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could have said that with Salah as well when we signed him. I think it's a hard sell for some clubs to get him through the door, based on what clubs already have.
What players have got there already?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe a team like Tottenham would have been better off with him.
Kulusevski.
Why would he go to
They
Tottenham
just
right
signed
now?
Kulusevski.
Yeah, but Kulusevski just spent a lot of last season on the injury table. I think they should like be maybe
No,
planning.
but
What if that happens
Diaby,
again?
if you're Diaby, why do you want to go Tottenham, bro?
Well, I think the Tottenham project is more exciting than Villa based on they're a bigger club.
No. It's
I think
not.
Villa are a bigger club.
They're a bigger club. Like, I'm not going to be
No. But Villa's project is way more exciting than Tottenham's right now.
Do you think Tottenham?
Nah.
Villa.
But what
don't know
projects
about
have Tottenham got at the moment, Drift?
Well, obviously, Postecoglou's coming in now. They're going to be playing much more exciting football. They're more seasoned with being in the top four and being in and amongst the top of the table. I know that Aston Villa are a big club historically, but let's not act like they weren't in a relegation battle the last 2 seasons. Like, I know what Emery's doing is beautiful at the moment, but that doesn't make them a more attractive club than Tottenham. Like, I know we laugh at Tottenham a lot,
but the
come on,
project's
man.
more attractive right now, bro. The project is way more attractive. They
I
spend
don't know about that,
more
man.
money.
I don't know about
They
that.
have prestige. He's got a position in the team ready made for him.
And you'd say Emery's a better manager as well, wouldn't you? So
Emery is a better manager.
Emery's a
Emery's
better
a better
manager.
And they're still in Europe as well.
Emery's so a manager that gets so much disrespect at times, isn't he?
Because of his stint at Arsenal.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. If I'm a player right now, I'm not touching. But they don't even know if they're keeping Harry Kane. Harry Kane leaves that team, bro. So it's a mess. Tottenham's a mess, bro.
I think they should sell Harry Kane.
I don't think they're as far away from being able to have a good season as people think they are.
I think Villa are dark horses for top 4 next season.
Wow, you
I'd
think
say
they're going to
top
do
six. I
that
wouldn't
well?
say top 4.
What a
Oh,
ball.
If you ask me to put my money on it right now,
Oh, Mo.
Too much.
I think Tottenham
Wait.
finish above Villa this season. That's
Yeah,
if you
Tottenham
ask me
go
to put-
surprise people.
if you ask me to put money on it, Tottenham finish above Villa this season.
I think Tottenham go surprise people.
But I'll ask you this, Cal. Do you think Moussa Diaby might do as Leon Bailey?
I personally don't think he will, but I know people are waiting for him to flop so they can have a go at me with it. I know they are. I know they are. And I get it. I'm all here for it, innit? I'm all here for it, but I don't think he flops.
Cal, you don't think that?
I think mentality-wise, I think
Let's hope he ain't knocking.
I think he's in a different headspace to Leon Bailey as well. I think Leon Bailey's in a different headspace to Moussa Diaby. Moussa is relentless. And I think everyone forgets that Moussa Diaby is the reason why Leverkusen were good with selling Leon Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
They did say it was a lot to do with attitude.
Why are we
and
playing
that,
out from the back when we can't?
Good save.
Good save, Adrian. Well done, bruv. And well done from Gomez for trying to get back in and cover from that terrible mistake.
We can't play out from the back. I don't know why we do it.
Oh, go on, Darwin. It's too
unlucky.
Guys, has Mo Salah now become the complete footballer and he don't get credit for it?
He's been the complete footballer for a while.
Because I've never seen a player get so disrespected than Mo Salah. I don't know what more
He's
got.
been a
don't know what more
complete
he's got to
footballer
do.
for a while.
He can pass, he can assist, he can dribble, he can score goals. He's the best right winger in world football without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
been
yeah,
the best
100%.
right winger in world football since
I just-
2017.
Oh, what a good ball that is!
This is
Oh,
when Messi dropped. No, I want to say that. I say 2019. No, sorry, 2020.
No, 2017.
No,
so good. I
because
don't think
Messi was still doing his thing at right wing,
This
man.
keeper is on stuff.
But this line is
Well
so
played,
high.
Harvey.
Well played.
Well done.
Go on, Harvey.
All right, drive into the space.
Nice
Well
work,
done,
Mo.
Mo. Telegraph that, man.
What I will say, guys, pre-season is not something to be annoyed about when there's mistakes made. Like, I'm seeing people get really annoyed at certain mistakes and things. Like,
Aye.
this is what you have pre-season for, guys, to like get the
To
rust
iron 'em
out
out.
of you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I mean, what's it called? Arsenal fans are fighting over Kai Havertz, isn't it? As you can see.
but they got a reason to worry there, don't they?
but I think that's because they already knew that they were hyping him up because they just had to stick by him. They all didn't want Havertz. There's
No.
not an Arsenal fan in the world who wanted Havertz.
Not even that drifty. I guarantee you, most of those Arsenal fans that wanted him were cussing him so much at Chelsea.
Yeah,
Well
100%.
This is
They've
nice.
got
Nunes
a
is
lot
there,
of
man.
them.
Oh,
They've
go
got
on,
their
Nunes.
faces.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
Well
Oh!
played.
Oh,
Well
Darwin!
That's what we
played.
need.
Darwin, number 9.
Well played.
Like, he's dead food, though, guys. Just remember that. He's
Well
dead
played.
food.
He actually kept the ball there. I'm shocked.
That was like cold and calculated as well.
Darwin, I want to see.
Flipping hell.
Excellent.
Darwin, I
And this
wanna
goes
see.
back to the conversation that me and Jamie was having when I first
Play his
jumped in.
way.
If you
Yeah.
play Nunes down the middle, and as Jamie said, you play to his strengths, what a weapon we have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
if we
you-
ask him to do with a nice, beautiful, silky touch and being technical like Jota and Gakpo, no, you won't really get what you need out of Darwin. But if
No,
you
that's
do
a
what
goal,
we need to do to get the best out of Darwin, we've got a machine on our hands.
Yeah.
So we've got weaponry everywhere. We've got Jota who can do a bit of both. We've got Gakpo's link-up plays, beautiful, can drop in and still has brilliant finishing. We've got Nunes who plays off the shoulder, last man. We've got it all in attack now. We've got it all in attack now. I love the way our attack looks at the moment. And I didn't even mention Mo
Can
and
I just
Diaz,
say one
who are
thing?
two of the
This
best
is what
wingers
makes me laugh.
in the world. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Drift, I'm not even getting on to you here. You just said don't read too much into preseason.
That was coming.
No,
Wait,
but what
not just- no, wait. Shout out
Go on,
on
man.
just my guy as well, saying don't go anywhere, Cal. When I criticize players for doing bad in preseason, it's a problem. When they do well, everyone wants to come for me. Do we see how there's no consistency here?
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah. People shouldn't be doing that. But my views on Nunes have been since we signed him. This isn't because he just scored 2 goals in this game.
Just play his way. I think with Darwin, do you know what he's got?
Ref, he just passed it with his hand there, ref.
He did. You know what it is with the
There's pat ball in it. Was that not pat ball?
Nah, Cow. Remember last game with Jota's penalty?
Yeah. with the strikers we got, guys, we got 2 ways of playing though. That are 2 different kinds of ways. You know, if Darwin's playing, he can be more direct. If you're playing Gakpo and Jota, you got more build-up play. You know, we got 2 different ways of playing. So surely that's a weapon for us next season.
Exactly,
Not-
Jamie.
they're not a lot of
We won't be predictable. We've
Yeah.
got different ways of winning the games now. And we're factoring the fact that we might be getting ahead of ourselves because it hasn't happened yet. But McAllister and Soboslai will hopefully add goals for midfield, which we didn't have before as well. So, like, we've got a lot more weaponry now. Do you get what I mean? To be less predictable, which is probably one of the problems that we had last season. We're just very predictable.
I'm going to ask you this, though, Drift. Would Klopp be willing enough to change the system or change the way we play?
That will be to be seen. I think based on last season, we did it a few times to show he can do it and he will do it if need be. Will he do it during the season? I don't know. I can't say that. We'll have to see. But I think that he'll be a more flexible manager now than he has been in the previous 5-6 years. I think now he maybe knows within himself, yeah, I have to be a little bit more, this ain't working, let me try this. Let's hope, though. Let's hope, innit? He did it 3 or 4 times last season, so I don't see why he won't.
I hear that.
It's definitely interesting.
And we've got the weapon of Trent doing the inverted now as well, which the more we do it, we'll get we'll get better at it. I don't know, man. Maybe I've missed football. Maybe I'm being overly positive. I don't know, but I just have a good feeling about this season. I do. There's just something. I just feel better. I don't know. I just feel better. And feelings are dangerous because they can be completely wrong. But I just feel that something feels. I've been watching preseason. I've been listening to what people are saying. I've been listening to my manager. We've got 2 absolute ballers in through the door now, and I do believe we'll get at least one more. I don't know. I've just got a good feeling, man. And things could go wrong straight away, and I'll be left with egg on my face. But I've just got a good feeling. I don't know, man. I just do.
Bro, this keeper's doing a flipping noise, just coming out of his box every single time, man.
He really is.
He hasn't got much choice. This defence is on the halfway line.
Yeah.
And you know another thing, guys, what's making me feel positive? I just don't really see how many of our players can have a worse season than they did. So it's just going to be a slight improvement or more regardless. Like, there's no way all of our players are going to be that bad again. Like, it's surely not.
I've got this theory that Liverpool and Manchester City were both tied last season, but the difference was that City kept everyone fit and healthy and Liverpool didn't. And that's why City went on to win the league. And if you look at Chelsea, Chelsea went all the way that season as well, that quadruple year. And they played as many games as Liverpool, and then they had a poor season as well. So I'm just wondering if it was a lot of tiredness and mental fatigue, because Thiago and some of the players spoke about it as well, said they're mentally tired. And I always remember something like Pep Guardiola saying, like, if you keep thinking you're tired, eventually your body will be tired. And I just think that maybe that was in the players' heads all last season, and they just couldn't get out of it. I don't know. It's a little theory.
I mean, I think you could. What you're saying isn't wrong in terms of being they were able to get their team fitter quicker than ours, because again, I know a lot of people say the teams we played in the run weren't the best, but once we had a fully fit squad, we did win 10 in a row or whatever it was to even have a slim chance. Unbeaten in 13 to have a slim chance of top 4. That was when we did have all of our players back. I'm not saying the season would have been better with everybody fit, but I definitely do think that it's an intelligent, guess. It would have been better, especially if Diaz had been fit all season. That was massive, in my opinion, that we didn't have Diaz last year. Do you know what I mean? So we'll you know what I mean? And Haaland was obviously a difference maker for City as well.
Play, guys.
Good football.
Wonderful. Mo has been creating like a madman in this.
He's everything now. He's everything.
Yeah.
So
Link-up play between them, Nunes, but just
Who is it playing left wing for us at the moment?
it's Kumas.
Kumas.
Luis Kumas.
Kumas' his son, isn't it?
Yeah. He had to look up, but he decided to take a shot instead. Interesting.
do you know what, guys? Based on this comment here, are we sleeping on how much of an influence Curtis might be able to have on our team this season?
I've said this on my show that Curtis Jones is the left-sided midfielder at this moment in time. You've got to take his place off him, because he ended the season extremely well, getting goals, getting assists, being creative, and he had a great under-21s. Why all of a sudden should someone come in and just take his spot?
That's a very good point.
I would be, if that happened, if I was Curtis Jones, I'd be extremely upset and wondering about my Liverpool future if that was the case. Because how much more could I do in them 10, 11 games that I played in? I played really well, and everyone was starting to say, oh, bloody hell, Curtis Jones is actually an all right footballer. And then you just drop him like that after all that for new players.
You know, that's true. That is very true.
Oh, no.
Adrian.
No, it wasn't even Adrian. Again, that's defense.
That's defense,
ain't right.
You know what? Adrian did quite well to make himself big and put him off there.
Yeah, he did. I give him credit for that. It just doesn't look right, though.
Who's that at the back here? Is it Matip and Gomez?
No, between Matip and Gomez.
I think it was Matip and whoever there's a short guy in the middle, one of the youth players, I think.
McConnell, I think.
Konsa's doing his thing. Konsa's marking the man in the box.
That was McConnell in the middle.
No, I thought you said who's playing at the back. I thought it was Matip and Konsa. Yeah, Matip and Konsa playing as a partnership. What do we do with Konsa? Because I rate him.
He's never going to be good enough. Sell him.
Did you say
Shame.
No,
seven?
let's just be ruthless too. Let's just 3-2. Let's just be ruthless here. Some of these youth players are never going to be good enough.
Can't sell him yet, Jay.
Just let him
Yeah,
go.
we have to see what he's all about, though.
He's not about anything.
I would
20.
either keep him and play him, have him as fifth choice, or you loan him out.
He's
Definitely
20.
not sell though.
Is he
Nah,
20?
loan him out.
Is he 20?
Yeah, I think
19.
If Liverpool go buy defenders to replace some of the others,
Was that Matip again?
when
Oh,
does he ever
bloody
play?
hell, Matip, man.
Oh, Matip, that's lazy. You got to go in full blooded there. Lazy challenge.
It was lazy.
Everyone just standing there, man.
No reaction.
But again, pre-season. Matip wouldn't do that in a competitive game. I
Can't
don't
have it
think.
both ways, Drew. You can't have it both ways.
No,
Oh,
but
no.
what I was saying about Nunes had nothing to do with him scoring goals. You know, I've been championing Nunes for the whole year. That wasn't
have,
just because he scored 2 goals.
Yeah, but I've been championing. We need a centre back for about a year as well.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong about needing a centre back. I'm saying like things like what Matip just did. Those are just as a friendly, like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you should do it, but it is very difficult to be all full-blooded and angry about stuff when it's just a friendly and you're just trying to get fitness. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have to be full-blooded, bro. That goal shouldn't. That shouldn't happen.
No,
Just everything with that defense just didn't look right. Didn't look right at all.
what I'm looking at so far is that Konate and Van Dijk are head and shoulders above everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
And Matip's just dropped off a cliff, ain't he?
Oh no.
It's
Okay.
a pass back. Oh my gosh!
You got away with one there. The
This
youngster.
referee doesn't give a shit, man.
Is that Konza that did that? Who was that?
Swansea.
Yeah,
Got away with that there.
Conte did the right thing, playing it back, but actually I just grabbed it, bro.
Adrian's
Danny
like this
says,
till 1990.
rather the Chuckle brothers at centre back than Matip and Gomez. I think
Right.
It's not Matip and Gomez playing centre back though. It's Matip and Gomez playing right back. Gomez is playing in a position where we've all said we'd rather see him.
He's playing right back, isn't he?
Matip and Gomez not on the same side of the pitch, man.
Teke says we underrate our team, which confuses me.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if you lot agree with that.
I think we do sometimes.
We do both. We underrate and then overrate at the same
I agree
time.
with Ram.
Yeah, it should be a nice middle ground. Yeah.
Yeah. Dean, I enjoy the 1-2s. We got a proper quality. We've got proper quality now, to be honest. We do. I think we do. Sultan says, "Bun Arsenal cow. Don't give them any credit. They're pagans."
They're pagans, but I've got to
gotta
speak
keep it
for what I
real.
think, man.
Gotta keep it real,
Man
man.
City are pagans.
Retire Slatter says, "Cow Arsenal are Matt Damon from We Bought a Zoo."
They bought a giraffe. Man, they bought a donkey, bro.
No, they have.
That's what-
Havertz a terrible signing, but
days.
we can't sit here and act like Rice and Timber aren't great signings.
Timber's an excellent bit of business.
They've
Like-
no. But with
good
the
point.
Havertz one, they've actually bought a donkey. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
I keep on saying it. Havertz was money laundering.
Man, he's not even shy. Havertz is
No,
shy.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's money laundering, Cal. If Mbappe does go to Saudi for the 1 year on £700 million a year and £13 million a week, which is about what you go get paid, yeah, he's then a free. Then he's a free to go to Real Madrid for nothing.
Yeah, he wins. He wins, man.
That's yeah.
Hold on, yeah, but on that H here, apparently Mbappe's contract is worth 800,000 an hour. Is this, what am I hearing? What is this?
80,000.
Yes, sorry, 80,000 an hour.
Chris, don't you
Even then, that's still
Mbappe,
stupid money.
if he goes to this Saudi club, they go offering £13 million a week. It's a £700 million 1 year deal.
That's got to be more of a rumor than any rumor that's ever existed. Sure.
Apparently it's true. Apparently it's true. Fabrizio's been tweeting it.
Nah, that's money laundering. That's money laundering.
And then a year later, he can go to Madrid for a free where he really wants to
yeah,
go.
that's.
Well,
money
you're saying
laundering.
the sheikhs are getting together.
I ain't saying nothing about nobody in particular. I'm just saying Yeah,
you
know when Heisenberg took his wife to the locker to explain you don't know what to do with all this money anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out anyone who's watched Breaking Bad who knows what I'm talking about.
Mbappe will be the first £1 billion
Guys.
footballer.
Sorry, £22 a second.
Oh my God.
No, hold on.
How much money can you get with that?
Why would the Saudis? I know Saudis have got money to burn, yeah. But why would you even offer that much for just 1 year? If you were going to get him to be in your country for about 3 or 4 years,
the profile tenfold.
The profile, and the reason why is
but does it for just 1 year, guys?
Yes,
just 1
short
year.
term for long term gain.
The reason is if they can get these players into Saudi and play, yeah, then UEFA will have to put them in the Champions League. That's the reason.
Oh, go on, Mo.
I don't think that will happen.
I don't know. Israel will not be part of Europe, and they're not really. So it could happen.
I don't know, man. What
do you UEFA love?
Well, that's beautiful,
Yeah,
Harvey. Go on, Harvey.
Well done, Harvey.
What do you
Lay
love?
off.
They love the green.
Darwin did the right thing there. Someone should have actually. Salah's gone on the outside. Salah should have been bombing in the
I
middle.
think Koopman should have come inside.
You know, I think Elliot didn't anticipate the back pass, so we
Goal.
Ah, bloody.
As I was saying before I speak on the goal, Darwin did the right thing there. It should have been Salah who broke his neck to get in there. Elliot couldn't have caught up with that. Elliot passed the ball. Salah started running to the right wing where Darwin was running to. Salah should have made the inward run.
I'd say at least
I get what you mean.
Koopman should have at least come into the middle to give him some support.
Yeah, Kumas as well. But Darwin, for me, did the exact right thing there. As I said, if we don't sort out defense, it's going to be a long season. But no one wants to hear me. No one wants to hear me.
I told you, Carl, I'm hearing you, bro. I have been hearing you. I've been championing it as well. To hear me.
Gomez, throw your body at that, man.
You know what Gomez did wrong there? When the striker stopped. No, basically he was with the striker, but when the striker used the intelligence and stopped, he kept on going, and he's got to know. Hold on a minute, if he stopped, then I've got to go and engage with him. That was poor defending there.
Just saying, guys, for everyone who's saying we're all right and all this could be our Europa defense, by the way. This team ain't a Europa League team.
It's not a Europa winning team, but it's a Europa group team.
And we're getting carved up by these lot.
Oh, here comes Peter Luger.
Yeah, I get to see him for a bit.
Klopp's seen enough of Adrian. Take him off.
This is going to be long. It's going to be long.
All right, here's another one from Honesty. Quick question for you guys. If Gakpo got suspended, I'm not putting that in the atmosphere, who would your replacement be for the false nine, or do you think Klopp would play a different style? We did kind of touch on this a little while ago, actually, when we were saying.
If it's false nine, Jota. If it's out and out nine, it's Nunes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you see where Gakpo was playing today, Drift?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, where was he playing, brother?
He was playing in a certain position that you was very.
Was Drift the one that was cussing you out for that?
Drift, you gonna send the bouquet to my house, or shall I come pick it up?
I mean, it was Matt that was against you. I wasn't really against you, but I'll give you your flowers that you did say that you think he'll play midfield. I wasn't against you, but you were correct. You did say you think Gakpo will play midfield.
I didn't
get me fake flowers, bro. I'm done sneezing. Get me fake flowers. Get me off. IKEA do.
I'm not gonna lie. The fake flowers are more expensive than real ones, bro. I get you some tulips, bro.
You know what? You know what? I think Liverpool. You know what I think we should do instead of buying a DM.
Oh, go
on, finish. Have a shot.
Oh,
who blasted that at Salah, man?
We should buy it.
I wish Darwin shot there. I think that was Darwin.
Oh no.
Martin is looking.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ! These two are terrible.
Oh my God.
Right, I've seen enough of Peter Luger. That's me done.
It's all right. It's just pre-season.
Oh my days!
Oh my God! He just gave him the runaround. Oh my God!
And you know what? I need to watch this again. I need to see what actually happened.
It's all right. It's just pre-season. It's fine.
Peter Luger. Peter should not be
getting it
letting
all
him
out of
in.
their system already.
What is Peter position in here? Why is he so over to his
Why
other
is,
post?
look at Matip's body position when the shot happens.
Oh, God's sake.
Yo, what's
It's
Conte,
poor.
bro?
Simicast, terrible.
What is
Simicast and
Simi doing?
Gomez.
What are they?
Foul.
Oh
Foul.
my god!
Bro, that's stinky, bro. What is that?
Do you not think Simicast's head is gone and he's not really in it anymore?
Everything's gone in that defense.
Drift, I've been saying it for time. But people didn't want to hear it. I would have sold Simicast. I would have sold him.
I don't think
I told you.
Simicast
I
was ever that good.
told you this. I told you from time. I would have sold
I
him.
love Simicast. I think he's so talented. But the way the team's looking right now, we buy a left-sided centre back. I don't think we need Simicast anymore.
He's moving
We
crazy
do.
right
we
now.
actually do.
Why though, bro?
Because the left-sided centre back should be in there to challenge Virgil and take Virgil's place if he gets injured or if he's playing bad. Not to replace Simicast. We need 2 left backs.
No, but remember, I said I think we should buy 2 centre backs. I think we
Rob,
get a
do that
left
as
foot and
well,
a
but
right
keep
foot.
Simicast.
But the left-footed centre back should be able to do like what Ake can do and play left
Yeah, but
back.
not all of them can.
Shut
Bro,
up,
I
back.
just want specialists, bro. I don't want all these.
No,
He's
Robbo's
Swiss
the
Army
specialist
knife,
left
bro.
back, bro.
Bro,
Robbo
I
was a
don't use
specialist
scissors
left
to cut
back.
my turkey, bro.
Do you know what I've noticed so far? When Gakpo don't play, we don't hold the ball up near enough, well enough.
Cal, you can get someone who could play as a centre back as a primary position, but could play
Nah,
so well as a
TG, I
left
don't want to
back,
hear
bro.
it anymore, TG. No, I don't want to hear it. No, I don't want anyone to say anything to me right now. Because when I speak, I'm called negative, but no one ever sits there and breaks down what I say. You just sit there and say I'm being negative. How many positive things have I said this stream? I've said Nunes has done well for both goals. I've said Nunes did well when Salah should have made the running or Lewis Kumas. I've said Elliott's been doing well. I've said Salah's the best right winger since 2017. No one picks up on the positivity. As soon as I say one thing that people don't like, oh, there he is. Negative Cal. It's only pre-season, Cal. Get over it, Cal.
Nah, Cal, you need to bring.
Cool. We're over it, innit? We're losing 4-3. We don't need a centre back.
The people are feeling what you're saying, Carl.
No, I'm not. I'm done.
Cal,
Trent's going to play centre midfield in the 6. We don't need a number 6. It's calm.
I've
We're good.
You need to bring out Darth Cal at this moment, Cal.
I've got a question. Has Klopp learnt from his mistakes from last season?
Klopp don't make mistakes, Jamie. Klopp don't make mistakes.
Because
That's my manager right there. My manager doesn't make any mistakes.
We're still playing this high line, and I don't know.
Oh, who's that?
Cyberzone saying the DM market is so dead and we need a centre back. Worried. The DM market is quite thingy at the moment.
It's a potential market.
We should have been looking.
It's what it is right now is a potentials market.
Not if you find what you need.
If you go looking for bread at the bakery section at midnight, you ain't gonna get fresh bread, are you?
Yeah,
if you go in the morning, there's a better chance, right?
Okay, you can get the ingredients to make your own bread. I'm just saying.
Liverpool will have to overspend for the first time in their lives on a player.
Yeah, and that's
it won't be the first time, Jamie. We overspent on Virgil van Dijk when we bought him.
Oh my god!
But look how well it turned out.
Yeah. That's true. But we've
spent on a few players, but it just works out for us.
I mean, in hindsight, Cal, we didn't overpay for him, but I get what you're doing.
What we doing?
Because you got to look at how much we spent at the time.
Yeah,
at the time,
the moment we bought him,
it was meant to be 50 million. We had to slap an extra 25 on. So Southampton.
I get, but it was money well. It was money well spent. I mean, so like in hindsight,
money was brilliantly spent.
Yeah, they just have to go. If Liverpool want Lavia, just come buy him at this end of the day, even if it's not the right choice or whatever. If that's who you want, just go and give the 60 million Southampton want to move. Because the more you diddle around, you go around.
Did Robbo have poor shooting in the first half, guys, or something? Star Days are saying
Robbo got through.
Yeah.
But he took a poor first touch and then it ruined the chance to shoot.
Robbo's not the same player anymore.
We all know that you just leave defending up to Robbo, though. You don't ask him to finish or shoot or do any of that kind of stuff.
No, he's a footballer, Drift. In that position, he should be testing a keeper.
AM Gomez, Matip, and Adrian combination equals disaster.
Bro, diapers, bro. That's shit, man.
LFC, my religion. No protection from the midfield. Defense is exposed.
I'm going to say it now. When Trent was playing the number 6, we didn't get this exposed as we are this half.
We got exposed a couple of times, but that's
Not
for our own
Jamie.
stupidity.
I've had conversations with a lot of people, and I've been laughed out the room. And I've said, "Is there a possibility we could play Trent in the 6?"
I think
I've
Trent,
been laughed out the room.
I think Trent's defensive awareness is better in midfield than it is at right back.
I'll say double pivot. I'll play Trent in a double pivot. I think we could cook so well.
I'm not saying I'd want Trent to be in the DM by himself. Ideally, 100% no, that's not what I'm saying. But I think people are sleeping on the fact that whether he thought he was brilliant at it or not, he still spent the majority of his time at Liverpool being a defender, an attack-minded defender, but a defender. So the kid knows how to defend and he knows how to be switched on. We've won everything with this guy in our defense. To just all of a sudden think that he don't know how to defend and this and that, I think he's over the top.
Oh,
I just think he's over the top. Like Trent is fully capable of doing whatever Trent wants to do. He's a generational talent. I don't think it's the worst idea in the world if we just have no other option. Put him in there. See what's on.
I've got to ask you, does Klopp know all this? Does Klopp know that he needs more players? Does he know that we... So who do we blame? 100%. Who do we blame? There has to be a culprit for why our team is looking as shaky as it is, why we haven't gotten these signings.
I think it's a combination of Klopp is very hell-bent on wanting who he wants, and the budget to bring in the amount of players that we need. We're probably doing a lot of calculating right now behind the scenes of figuring out how we afford it.
We don't know the budget drift.
Klopp's
I think the budget is small though, Cal. I can make an educated guess.
Not necessarily with every player he's pretty much wanted recently, he's got, unless the players rejected us.
But again, bro, we haven't sold anyone yet. So the proof is still in the pudding as to whether the club will spend more, like Jamie said. Like right now, we've spent 100 mil, but roughly that's about how much we normally spend. But I don't know if there's any proof to say Liverpool would have guaranteed gone and bought more players if we hadn't had the Fabinho sell, based on how much we're normally allowed to spend in a window.
But isn't that more on Klopp than...
No, he's not. He don't set the budget, bro.
No, but he doesn't have to... Again, we keep on saying budget. Over the last few years, if Klopp's wanted a player, unless the players outwardly rejected coming to us to go somewhere else, we've got that player in.
Apart from Shermany, though, I don't really remember a player rejected. Who else has rejected us?
Bellingham.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that was this summer, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it still happened, bro.
No, but I mean, in terms of like prior to this summer, it was really only Shermany I remember rejecting us. Like we wanted him.
Maybe we've only ever gone after players that Klopp wants. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe this whole who's to blame, who's not to blame, maybe they're all to blame in some way. I think Klopp's strength is also a weakness as well, that Klopp will only want a certain player, and if he can't get that certain player, he won't just get any player through the door just for bodies. He'd rather wait. And if the owners are happy with that, they're only going to get the players the manager wants, then we're at a sort of like stumbling block, ain't we?
Go on, Scanlon.
I think that's a good point.
Who is this guy? Is that Scanlon?
Although I will say this, and again, you lot are going to probably shoot me down for this. We had a terrible season last year, and I know we should have bought a midfielder, but I do believe it should have been a loan, just a much better loan than Melo, because whoever we bought would have been in the team for the next 3-4 years. We have to remember, we're not a club who can do that. You just buy someone and throw them away.
It should have been Zachariah.
I don't think the people that we were being linked with last summer were bad players, Mateus Nunes, the likes, but they weren't good enough to be Liverpool next 3-4 year midfielders, in my opinion. And we would have been stuck with those players if we'd have bought them. So, what, last summer? Well, the club don't even seem to think he's good now, because we're not even going for him now. So
no, because he's injured at the moment.
I guess we just don't want him.
He's injured at the moment.
I guess. Maybe they felt they felt like Kone needed another year to prove that he was as good as they maybe thought he was.
Scannon's got to bury that shot, man.
I don't know, Cal. I don't have all the answers. I'm just saying I do believe that even though it's very easy to get angry at how our season went, hindsight is easy. Would you lot want Mateus Nunes instead of McAllister? I wouldn't. Because we don't buy McAllister.
I don't
and we
think you
put
had to get
Nunes.
one instead of the other.
Cal, we did because of the space in our squad and the way we operate.
Yeah,
Would have
because
paid more for Nunes
exactly
than
the way
we
we
paid
operate
for
in the space in our
McAllister.
squad, because we're not moving players on quick enough.
But where would we have fit Nunes into this new look midfield if we still bought Szoboszlai and McAllister? Where would Nunes fit? Where would
He'd be an option instead of
where would
Elliott in midfield?
No, but then obviously Elliott is here though, and he was here before that. So that would mean what? Maybe selling Elliott then?
Or loaning him out.
Yeah, but with Nunes only being 24, Cal, like how many years you're gonna loan Elliott out then? Like that would have kind of been his future done at
But
Liverpool.
if Elliott's
really.
better than Nunes, then cream rises to the top. If he's not better than Nunes, then why are we keeping Elliott ahead of Nunes?
Look, this is just why I'm saying I think a loan would have been better, because then he goes and then we still buy the players we have, but we had an issue solved during the season. I think that was a perfect example last year. The player you want isn't available, so you use the loan market, but just get a better quality loan than we did with Melo. That was stupid.
We only used the loan market when Naby went down injured, and so did Henderson and Thiago. That's the reason we used the loan market.
Yeah, but I think that was
Darwin.
because we didn't get.
Who have we loaned in? Goal.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wonderful.
Cheers, mate.
Darwin with the assist.
Darwin and Mo. I tell you, Mo and Darwin, like me and Drift were
Yeah,
saying,
they're
they
linking
got-
up.
Mo and Darwin do have a brilliant relationship. I'm not gonna
it's
lie.
the Darwin Diaz factor. They don't. They get in each other's way.
No,
That's
but off the field, Darwin and Diaz are good friends, though, Jay.
yeah, but playing together, it just don't work, does it? Maybe they got to hate each other like Cole and York. Maybe they got to do that. But that's why
I think people sleep on Nunes' left-footed crosses. He does them quite well, you know.
Yeah, that's why he plays
Last
there for
season,
Uruguay.
he had quite a lot of good left-footed crosses.
That's why he plays there for Uruguay, isn't it?
Mo's tan is tanning.
I know Mo he looks like
Referee,
money.
man.
Mo just looks like money at the moment, don't he?
He really does, bruv. I'm not even gonna lie. He really does, man. He looks healthy. You know, you look at somebody like that's a healthy looking guy.
Yeah.
He just looks real healthy.
He's going to play to his 36 easy.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to be in Saudi though, bro.
I want 100.
That'll be interesting. It's going to be another
goal. Oh, lucky.
Oh, what a save!
Oh my god, what a bloody save!
good positioning by Darwin. I pick up.
Salah gave that one
Bloody
up.
hell.
Yeah, what a ball,
Salah
though.
and Darwin again. That relation. Do you know what I've noticed? Salah and Darwin and Gakpo and Jota.
No, that was Scanlon with the ball
Was
in.
it Scanlon? It was.
No,
Scanlon.
that was Freundorf.
Freundorf.
Put the ball in.
Freundorf. It looks about 40.
That's a save, man. I can't even get back.
Brilliant
At that.
Yeah.
save.
That's a
Yeah,
save.
that's a good save. That's a good save.
The reaction to get his foot out as well. The reaction.
That's a
Good
save.
save, man.
Mm.
We should go and get this guy instead of Petaluga.
You can't get Mr. Adrian.
He's been a brilliant sweeper keeper, as Ram was saying as well. He knows how to come out and close down the space as
Why
well.
do you honestly think we kept Adrian, guys? Like, honestly.
I
The
truly
vibes,
think we
man.
kept him around because he actually is good behind the scenes. I genuinely believe that.
You hear how that sounds?
I would be great behind the scenes as well if they give me the money.
Drift, you hear what you just said? We kept him around because he's good behind the scenes. 60k worth of behind the scenes.
I know the amount of money he's on is criminal. It's
Yeah,
absolutely criminal.
Yeah.
So we're keeping footballers now because they're good.
I know,
behind the
you know, all jokes aside, yeah, because I kind of said that for banter. I do believe if you really deep it, nobody's third choice goalkeeper really ever sees much pitch, and I do think he's very, because we don't like that he makes a lot of mistakes. I think he's as good as you need for a third choice. You got to remember, third choice goalie plays about 3 games a season. Like
True.
honestly, like unless you've got really, really unlucky with injuries, a third choice goalie plays about 3 games a season max. Like, come on, he's not bad enough to not play 3 games.
Jeff, I got one thing to say to that. Yeah, homegrown.
Yeah,
Homegrown.
I hear that argument. Cal's been screaming that argument, and I agree with that.
for
But-
years.
I still think Adrian is a half decent third choice goalkeeper. That's, you know, and you lot know how I feel about Adrian. Yeah, he made a good save in the game. Like he's not always terrible. There are moments in him.
It's just his footwork is terrible, isn't it?
Let me put it like this: Man City's third choice goalkeeper, if I believe, was
Scott
Carson.
Still is.
Nobody can tell me that Adrian isn't better than Scott Carson because that's not true. He is
Carson
better than
doesn't
Scott
play.
Carson. No, but there's Adrian, Cal. That's what I'm saying.
And what's the difference? Carson's homegrown and not on 60k.
Yeah, I hear that part.
I don't know. I need to see Scott Carson's wage.
He's definitely not at 60k.
Yeah, no, that Jerry, that's actually true. How do we know he's not a 60 grand over here?
Yeah.
Not just
How
that.
do we know, bro?
I hate to say it. Allison and Kelleher haven't got the greatest of injury records for goalkeepers either. So we say Adrian barely plays, but he ends up getting games because Kelleher and Allison do have a shaky injury record sometimes.
Cal, I don't even want to start doing that. Let's jinx it and put it in the air.
I'm
but
not
like,
jinxing.
for the
I'm
last
going
2
based
years,
on
we've
what's
been
happened.
okay. For the last 2 years, we've been okay, as in like their record. I don't even want to start putting that in the atmosphere, but I think Allison and Kelleher have been all right in the last 2 years.
Carson's on 20k.
20k, yeah, just look.
Yeah.
20k.
I mean, like I said, I totally get the homegrown thing. I do, but I think Adrian is a decent third choice. Who will play like 3 games?
Shout out to Saeed in the building. We didn't lose, Saeed.
We
Don't
didn't
try,
lose.
We didn't
You
lose,
drew.
bro.
You
I
drew.
know them, mate. Saeed, you're still riding the wave of that Arsenal win, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, they're winning the league now. They're winning the league.
Yeah, go and win
Just
the league.
pre-season,
Don't
my
worry.
brother.
You got Mason Money Minerals Manchester Mount, bro, to help you win the league, man. You're all good. You're set. You're set. You got Onana, the best goalkeeper in the league, innit?
Oh yeah, what is that about? What is that about?
They're
Well,
not
they got
saying
best
that.
I missed that. What happened, sorry?
Oh, so I think was it Mark Goldbridge on Talk said that
Saeed,
Onana's the
shameless.
best goalkeeper in the league.
Well, best goalkeeper, best centre-back partnership, best...
Goldbridge said
Yeah.
Onana is the best goalkeeper in the
Goalkeeper in the
league.
Premier League when it comes to Man United, yeah.
He didn't mean it.
Yeah, he didn't mean that.
Say it on Talk Sport in his presenting job.
He's doing it for clicks.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know. I think a lot of United fans think it.
There is absolutely
There's not one Man United fan who's actually being honest with himself that thinks Onana's the best goalkeeper in the league.
He's a good goalkeeper, though. Don't get me wrong. But,
He is a good goalkeeper, of course he is. It's
Yeah,
gonna
he
end in
got
tears, though. Remember, I told you that.
Premier
Yeah,
League, Premier League, different level, though.
Chelsea fans didn't believe me when I said the Tuchel thing was going to end in tears. The Onana thing's going to end in tears. Watch. You'll see.
Wait, and how right were we about Tuchel drift?
Exactly, bro.
Tuchel.
They didn't want to listen though, bro.
I mean,
Apparently
Tuchel was sacked because he weren't really bowing down to Ted.
And
Boehly.
Cal, that's why I said it was going to end in
yes.
tears because he's
Cal,
like that as a manager, bro.
No, but I think he's got a right to be like that when Ted Boehly don't know what's going on. We've seen Ted Boehly don't really know what's going on.
Look, I don't know, but I'm just saying the way he is, the arrogance and all that kind of stuff, like he clashes with all the owners of the clubs that he's at, bro. I knew it was going to end that way.
I don't think it's arrogance if he knows what he's talking about and the person above him doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, but he's done it before, bro. Like it's just the way Tuchel is, bro. It's just the way it is, bro. It's like that.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't he leave Borussia Dortmund on good terms?
No, he left on bad terms.
On
Did he leave on bad terms?
He
Oh,
left
my
on
God.
bad terms.
Yeah. He's like that
has
now. He's that type of. He's got that fiery, like it just is what it is, bro.
Yeah, he's not.
Just
He's
wait until Onana tries to do a Cruyff turn at the Etihad.
It's long. When someone presses an honor and they get it right, it's going to be long.
It is gonna be long.
What do you guys think about Fabinho and his dogs?
That's
Me
wild.
personally, as a dog lover, I truly get where he's coming from. That if his dogs aren't
It's
allowed to come,
difficult.
they're part of the family. I get it.
exactly.
They are part. The only alternative that you have is that the wife and the kids move back to Brazil or stay in England, and he's got to be that part-time dad while he's there, which is difficult. Some players do it though, but like that might make it a lot harder for him to enjoy his
What dogs
time
do
there.
you have? French Bulldogs.
This is the problem. I don't know if we've got any Saudis in the comments that can let us know. How are French Bulldogs being classed as dangerous animals?
They're not dangerous, man.
No, like how the hell are French Bulldogs being like what?
I get pit bulls. Pit bulls to an extent. You could be a bit.
I'll be honest with you. As a dog like lover, dogs are only as dangerous as their owner.
Absolutely.
And I can actually tell
100%.
you lot that right now. So like this whole yes, there are dogs who are stronger and more powerful than other dogs, just like there are people that are more stronger and powerful. But the temperament and the attitude of the dog is about the owner. It's either down to slack leadership from the owner, or the owner deliberately wanted the dog to be that way. It's nothing to do with the dog itself. So that whole dangerous dog thing, I don't even really agree with anyway. But yeah, they deem them as dangerous animals. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Little French bulldog. I don't know if anyone has ever seen how cute French bulldogs are.
Are they quite
my
similar
days.
to pugs to an extent?
Yeah. They're an Essex dog. That's what all the Essex girls.
They're more aggressive than a pug, right?
Yeah,
they're more aggressive.
No, but
than a pug,
look wise, they look like pugs.
a little bit. Nah, they look like what is it? Not pugs. There's another dog that they look a little bit like. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know enough about animals to say.
I think Saudi have got more of a worry about signing Fabinho than the dogs. Don't worry about that. Jesus Christ.
Sultan says he's Qatari. Big up Sultan as always. He'll be fine. Even Gerard has dogs and is calm. Maybe his family will live in Bahrain. Okay, yeah, big up for that, bro.
Big up Sultan.
There you go.
But yeah, the French bulldogs are like the cutest little dogs ever, man. And Jamie's right. They're kind of like that, they're like a rich accessory, innit? That's why a lot of the wealthy people have them. They're very expensive dogs. You know what I mean? They're like that little kind of like, I don't know.
They're the Rolex for dogs. That's what they are. Rolex for dogs.
Oh, look, even, they could move to, okay, so he should be all right.
That's
then.
right. Yeah, they go. Look, it ain't going to fall over about a couple of dogs.
Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of people are saying it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mate. It's weird, ain't it? Are you guys a bit upset that Hendo's leaving through the back door? And
of course.
And he's not going to get his. I mean, Naby Keita got a good buy, and Hendo's leaving through the back door. You feel a bit upset about that in a way?
Yeah, first of all, somebody get Hendo a pit bull. But if we're gonna, we gotta give him a reaon to not go, innit?
Please, no one get Henderson a pit bull.
Somebody get Henderson a pit bull. I truly believe that a player of Hendo. It's, you know what, Jamie, it's what happened with the Mane situation. Like, another player who deserved to have that proper send-off, and I hated that it was like he just Sturridge. There's a lot of players who I haven't been happy with the way they've just, they haven't had the proper send-off. I agree with that, bro. Henderson deserves, in my opinion, and nobody's going to agree with me on this, but in my opinion, I actually think Hendo should have some form of like a maybe not a press conference, because that might put a lot of pressure on why he's going, but there should be something where like he gets a proper send-off. It shouldn't just be he goes and then that's it. There should be, there should be some way of like he gets more of a send-off than that, but I don't know.
I mean, it's mad. Look, I thought it's time for Hendo to go personally. He's 12 years at Liverpool. He's done all he can, and if he wants to leave, let him go. But I hate the way the media have gone at him, though. I've got to say. I mean, we can as fans by saying what we want to say because we're fans of the club and that. But the way the media are going at Henderson and attacking him, I think is pretty disgusting, personally.
Yeah, 100%. And I think Kyle might have touched on it. I didn't actually fully get to hear what I was saying, but I looked at the comments. I truly believe people doing the whole, because he's been, fighting for people's rights and stuff. That's because he's a great human being and he believes in. He
didn't ask to do it. He just stood up.
But that doesn't mean that he can't then go and get employment in that country, because I don't agree with most of what my government does. Should I leave England then?
Exactly.
I would probably move to America if I wasn't going to live in England. There's a lot of their rules I don't agree with. Like, I think it's very weird that people think that you can't earn a living somewhere but still disagree with some of their ways. Yeah. That's just an easy stick to try and beat him with now. Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you now, there are so many parts of my government I don't agree with.
Drew,
but
do you know what's funny, though?
Most to leave England now.
Do you know what's funny about all this? Yeah, these are the same journalists that took a nice package to cover the World Cup in Qatar, and yet they're going to do the same thing with Hendo. And this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. The money that he's going to be getting will cover his entire family's, his entire family, even his grandchildren, maybe. Like,
You
it's
say
life
maybe
changing.
100% covers his grandchildren.
Well,
No,
I don't know
maybe
what
it's
happens.
right.
I don't know what he does afterwards if he's going to do anything stupid with the money, but we'll say most likely it will. But this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I guarantee you, all of us on this stream right now, if we had an opportunity to go to Dubai or Saudi Arabia for work, and we're getting that amount of money, we're taking 100%. We're going. We're taking a flight straight over there.
I'm coming back.
I've dusted off my football boots. Haven't you seen what they said? The Dubai third division need players. I've dusted my boots off.
I'm
Tax-free money. House
And,
in
and,
the
and do you want to know something as well, guys? And this is something as well. And people from Saudi and Muslims can correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I'm not a Muslim myself. Their ways are based on religion. They didn't just wake up and want to be bad mind. It's based on religion. And I'm not going to lie. People have got way too comfortable disrespecting religion. I grew up in a time where shops weren't even open on Sundays because I live in a Christian country. Like, it was about being respectful for religion. Where did this with ease to disrespect people's religion come from? They're not just waking up and thinking, I want to just be horrible to you. No, it's their belief system. And I'm so sick of people shooting down other people's religion. Like, it proper pisses me off. So just pull back on that as well. Do you know what I mean? Because like, I'm sick of this. They don't just hate people because they want to hate people. It is their religion. And it's about time people actually had respect for religion. So the whole thing just winds me up, bro. It does my head in, man. It does.
Is that true? Trevor Francis? That can't be true.
Yeah, Trevor Francis just passed away.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
wow.
What happened?
First
Francis passed away.
First £1 million footballer.
That's my dad. One of my dad's legends growing up.
I think he went to Nottingham Forest for 1 million, didn't he? When he the first £1 million player.
Won in the European Cup. Scored in the final against Hamburg, I think.
78 was it? 78?
Do you want to know what? He was a bloody good commentator as well, man.
Yeah, I liked his punditry as well. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's sad, man.
Sad, man.
69 years old.
It's it's all the legends.
Does anyone know what he passed away from without being too nosy?
I saw it breaking there. I haven't really looked into it.
Yeah, it just happened a couple of minutes ago.
All the legends, man. All the legends.
Yeah, R.I.P. man.
I think he's only 69 as well.
Yeah, 69, man. It's
nothing this day and age. Nothing this day and age.
Yeah,
that's why you got to make your money, guys. That's why you got to make your money, man. Like, you know,
what Hendo's going to do. Look, I wish Hendo all the best, man. I don't get what
to hear stuff like, he's ruined his legacy as a Liverpool player.
That's crazy.
Just jog off, man. Jog on, man. Like, what the
all
hell?
These journalists coming out and saying stuff about him now. Why weren't they saying this stuff a year ago about his like playing style and the contract situation and all that? Why? Oh yes. Oh yeah. Run it up. 5K in apple juice. Run it all the way up.
But are they going to say the same about Mbappe going to Saudi though?
No, of course they won't.
Is it just because it's Hendo's English?
We can't live in a world. I'm sorry. Again, I do believe a lot of these players. I think it's ludicrous the money they get, but someone like Benzema or whatever who's had the career he's had, go get the bag in it. If they're giving it out, it is what it is. It's still ridiculous, but go get the bag in it. But we can't live in a world where someone gets £13 million a week. We can't.
Well, I've got it. Yeah.
Nah, man, we can't live in a world where somebody gets £13 million a week.
Why though?
13
nah, bro, that is just, what are we doing now?
It's how sustainable it is as well. Now, I've got it here. So this is the breakdown. It's £700 million a year, 58.3 million a month, 13.3 million a week, 1.9 million a day, 79,900 an hour, 1,332 a minute, and £22 per second. That's the breakdown.
Hold on, say the week, say the hour one for me, please.
The hourly one, so it's 79 grand an hour.
You gotta big him up, bro.
Cal, you're laughing at that, bro.
Because I'm sitting there thinking, what's my hourly wage?
Oh man, it's got
79 grand an hour.
Gotta
He's
rate
got-
it, man.
He's got to be the
Bro,
first.
Bro,
He's got to
I
be the
just
first
clocked.
billionaire footballer.
Every hour he earns, it'll be more than what Luis Diaz gets in a week. Fuck me, bro.
That, oh my God.
God, Luis Diaz on 70k, isn't he? And 70k a week,
Yeah,
and
something
Mbappe is gonna get that in an hour. Oh my goodness!
Also, can you imagine the interest? Because this is all tax free as well. So can you imagine the
Run it
interest?
up. I rate it.
No, guys, do you want to know? I'm gonna be
That'd be a
completely honest with
billionaire.
you. Yeah,
That'd be a billionaire.
I'm gonna make a bold statement here. I think if he does that, I think he's kind of gonna ruin his career, and not because I don't think he'll still be able to ball out. I think his head's just gonna be gone after this.
It's hard not
I don't
to.
see.
hard not
I don't see how he motivates himself after that. I don't. And look, I could be wrong, but I've seen it happen before in other sports. And like once you get too comfortable, it's hard to motivate
Conor
yourself.
McGregor. Conor McGregor's a great example.
Shout out, James.
Anthony
Shout out.
Joshua, like there's so many
I
talented
wouldn't say that about
fighters.
Anthony Joshua.
Bro, I don't know, man. He's so wealthy. Maybe that's where the comfort come from, bro. I don't know,
No,
man.
it's come from getting hit on the chin by another heavyweight.
No, but you know what I mean, bro. Like he's been getting 30, 40 mil a fight from like almost the beginning, Cal. Like he's a super paid guy. Do you know what I mean?
Joshua's
Like,
different, bro. Joshua's getting beat not because he's not.
Yeah, I mean McGregor gets £5 million just from selling his beer and whiskey alone, let alone
Yeah,
fight.
like McGregor, you can see it in McGregor. You like, let's be real. Say what you want about Anthony Joshua, the boxer. We don't see Anthony Joshua stumbling out of places, getting into scandals and all this. But we see.
no.
But
That's no. But maybe the motivation, though, Cal, that drive to keep wanting to be better. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe that goes once you're sitting on 100 mil.
But we say that,
what I mean,
but what
bro?
about what about the other people like your Mayweathers and stuff who it doesn't affect them and they still strive for that? I don't think it's. I think it's very
everybody's
easy to say that
everyone's
money
different.
just makes you lazy. I think it depends on the person, bro.
Everyone's different, but the reason I feel like that about Mbappe is I can already kind of see the greed because I watched a program. I can't remember what program it was. It might have been Sky, but I was watching a program that were explaining the situation, and he gets £2 million a week at PSG, and then he gets £168 million signing on fee, which Real Madrid have promised him when he goes for a free agent. So they said that he stands to make 350 million by sitting on the bench for a year at PSG and then going to Real Madrid for free. And they feel like there's a lot more money motivation in his movements now rather than actually doing what makes sense for football. And if we've already got him thinking like that about money at 23, do you not see that there's a possibility he's already got that mentality where it's just like he's going to almost ruin his own career by just caring about money so much? Do you get what I mean? Like
when you've got that much money, if he's got to earn that much money in Saudi, he's a human being at the end of the day. It's going to be very difficult not to, you know, are you going to play at your full potential, worrying about injuries and all that when you know you got that money in a way? That's because you're a human being. It's just nature, ain't it? We'd all think it, you know.
And on top of that, apart from the Champions League, he's won everything. So it ain't even like he needs to know what the feeling's like.
Yeah, he could
he's won
stop tomorrow and his career's done.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's won the World Cup, he's won the league countless times. You know what I mean? Like there's not even like anything in him that needs to be like, I've got to still win, or apart from a Ballon d'Or. I mean, I guess he'd love to win the Champions League, but he's won a World Cup. That feeling's probably better. So I mean, like where's the kid's motivation going to come from anymore? Like, I don't know, man. I think this is dangerous for us losing the best talent in the world to like
he's the best player in the world,
stuff,
ain't he?
You know what I mean?
Down to Saudi, and that's what. It's just.
I don't think it's dangerous.
How old is Mbappe? How old is Mbappe?
23, I
think.
Oh, is he 24 now?
24. Oh, Jesus Christ! You're going to make your money. Like if they're offering it, you're not going to say no, are you? Who is? Who's going to say no?
Nobody is saying no to 700 million.
The only person who said no to it was Messi. The only
yeah, that's because Messi's in America getting a franchise.
He's still getting paid. He's getting a franchise. So even when
Messi's getting that wealth that he's never going to lose out on.
Like, don't Messi own Apple now or something like that? It's mad.
Plus, everybody's got to watch the long game with Messi. Messi's thinking, why am I going to go to a league that Ronaldo's already out? The comparison's been doing my head in for the last however many years. I'm going to go to a different league now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and there's a player who started kicking off again. Oh, the Saudi league's better than MLS. When Ronaldo spoke up because Messi went. Just can't act. Have you ever heard Messi talk about Ronaldo ever?
Very rarely.
Someone said it. I think Kop-Ish that the more. No, I think it might have been Have Hope. Have Hope said that the guy that keeps on talking about another guy is the guy that is always inferior to that guy.
Yeah, well, Ronaldo is. Messi's just the greatest.
Well, you definitely know that he's living rent free.
Yeah. You see Messi's free kick winner?
I haven't.
The other day, 94th minute.
It's what he does, though, isn't it?
Just clutch.
That's
ridiculous.
It's what he does. He's been doing this for decades now.
Greatest set piece taker, the greatest dribbler, the greatest assister, the greatest goal scorer.
Oh, I would say greatest set piece taker.
I don't know. His free kicks are on the money every time.
Top 5. I don't think he's the best though.
Juninho, Pernambucanos.
Yeah. I've got Juninho as
wild. They're wild.
But Messi's top 5 though.
Yeah. I might go Beckham over Messi.
I wouldn't actually. I think Messi's got more of a variety, you know.
I don't know, man. Those Beckham free kicks will live long in the memory, man.
Let's not sleep on James Ward-Prowse either.
Right.
But you know, I think it's the level, Cal, because he never did it in like World Cups and Champions League.
I'm with Drifty there. Has he ever done it in like a clutch situation, Cal?
Moments, ain't it?
Fair enough. That's fair.
He does it in every clutch.
Like David Beckham, England, Greece. We're not going. Do you know what I mean? Like, that moment there. That you know what I mean. James Ward-Prowse has got to have some of those moments before. Like,
no, I hear that.
You know, but he's brilliant at it though. Ward-Prowse is brilliant though. There's no doubt about it. If you could do rolling on and off subs, I would say sign Ward-Prowse. And every time we get a free kick, bring him on and then bring him off again.
Stevie did love a clutch free kick at times.
Yeah, but Stevie, he was just clutch.
Stevie was just clutch from the start.
He just clutch.
It didn't matter.
You know what? Suarez gets slept on a lot for his free kicks, you know. Suarez was brilliant at free kicks. He didn't take them as much, but he was brilliant at them. Though.
Suarez gets slept on as a player, full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. It's because he's a piece of shit as a human being, Jamie. That's
exactly.
That is true.
That is, bro. 100%.
He's the best number 9 since Ronaldo retired. Simple as that.
You know what? There isn't even really an argument against that, in all honesty.
All right, careful. Arsenal fans will be on you.
There's a debate, but
we're Arsenal for what number 9 from Arsenal is better than Suarez, Rams?
Suarez was better at Arsenal. Suarez was better than Henry at the same peak.
No, but Henry wasn't a traditional number 9, though, was he?
Still a number 9, Drift.
Still a 9, though, isn't it?
At their best peaks, who you have in Henry or Suarez?
Oh, yeah, the cannibal all day long.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I don't know, you know.
Nah.
I know, you know.
No,
Thierry was.
That's a conversation I don't want to have.
Cal. The things that the cannibal could do with the football at his feet was wild.
Are you forgetting about Thierry?
Thierry Henry was
wild. Cal, the cannibal.
I don't know. You know, I can't pick a winner between the two.
Suarez is the second greatest striker I've ever seen since I've been alive. That's as far as I'll go with it.
The cannibal was just different.
I'm 41, so I'm 41. So R9 is the best forward I've seen. I wanted to be R9 when I was a kid. You know, that's a weird one.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I've never seen anything. I've never seen a player move the ball with such ease as a striker, as big as he was, than R9.
Yeah.
And the fact that his coaches didn't treat him right and made him train so much and injured him worse. If R9 was at his peak at this generation now, Jesus Christ.
It's a scary thought, Jamie.
It'd be the greatest. We wouldn't be talking about Messi and Ronaldo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you think about the defenders he had to play against. What, this crop now?
He's eating them. Ooh.
Oh my days, but he was doing what he was doing with the Maldinis and the Nestas and the Stams and the Rios and all of them. Like, imagine with this, what the Maguires and the... Oh my God. Oh man, it would be ridiculous.
He was just different. He was just...
As a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't want to see R9 up against Virgil, man. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't
What
want to see
peak
it.
Verge?
I really
No,
don't want to see
I
it.
think R9 cooks any defender of any.
Yeah, I don't
grade.
think I don't think it's a mockery if it's that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah. I'll never forget the World Cup when Hendry shouted at all the other Scottish centre backs, "Help me! I need some help." And Hendry was no mug, you know. He was no mug, and he actually turned to everyone and was like, "Why is no one helping me? This guy is just cooking me, and you're all just watching it happen." Like that's one of the best moments I've ever seen in football.
Everything was effortless to him. That's when I just used to watch him. Like it didn't look like he was trying. That was the scary thing.
He probably wasn't, bro. He's just having fun.
And another thing with him as well, he created so many of the skills we've seen other players create or do. Sorry, that we think, they were the first. He was the first.
Yeah,
you know the flip flap.
Flip flap was him.
People think that Cristiano did that, was the first guy to do it.
No.
A lot of people think Cristiano invented football, Ram.
the way Ronaldo used to take it around the goalkeeper by just dropping the shoulder.
Oh my god!
And then turning his hip to the side and didn't even touch the ball, and the keeper was down.
I think I saw a stat. Don't quote me on the numbers because my brain is a bit foggy, but I'm sure it said that Ronaldo has scored over 150 goals by going round the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you know what that is to do.
Wow.
Drift, remember when we interviewed Sander Westerveld? What did he say? He said, he's the only player I could never prepare for because you don't know what he's going to do when he's in front of you.
Yeah, he did.
He said, what can you do? Because you can show him to the near post, he'll take near post. Right foot, left foot, he can go around you, can dink it, he can do everything. Everything in front of goal.
Mad.
He almost made the UEFA Cup final. Didn't he almost make the goalkeeper dislocate his knee when he the ball?
His knee went to the side,
I thought I looked at the keeper's knee and I said, that's not a correct angle for the MCL. That's not right.
Someone said it in the chat. A Big Yard said in the chat, R9's kryptonite was Lilian Thuram. Because every time they played, he always had a decent job against R9.
Lillian's a beast, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Lillian. I'm trying to remember when they were like 1-on-1 with each other.
World Cup final, probably.
World Cup final.
But that's an unfair way to assess it, isn't it? Because Ronaldo just had the fit.
Shouldn't have played that game, should he?
Yeah, he shouldn't have. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't have watched it if I'd have heard he wasn't in it. But in hindsight, he shouldn't have played the game. Yeah, look, I don't know, man. It's you know what I mean. It's a good debate, and it's all up to opinion. But Suarez, Lewandowski, I think probably does have to get a mention in terms
Lewandowski's done something that I don't think either Benzema or Suarez did, which is win a back-to-back league title with an unfancy team. Or win a league title with an unfancy team.
Yeah. And then go on and do it at the team that he overthrew in doing that.
Yeah,
Lewandowski.
He's won the league for three different teams, which can't be slept on as well. Bayern, Dortmund, and Barcelona. I think Lewandowski, and like he was the reason as well. Like the
got
main
his country to a World Cup for almost 30 years. I think
Lewandowski is a tremendous footballer. Yeah, he's the Polish Harry Kane, really. That's how I look at it. Them two are quite similar. I don't think Suarez is similar to them two players. I think he's just different.
Yeah, I agree.
He's as close to R9, really, that I've seen since he retired. Can do everything. At any club as well. Look, I think we all forget he won the top goal scorer for Atletico Madrid.
I think
outscored Ronaldo and Messi in the same season.
I think Drifty would like this. I feel as though Suarez had a bit of Bergkamp about him when it comes to his overall play, but was just more clinical in the end.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't as graceful as Bergie, though.
No, he wasn't. But he had elements to it, the way he played. That likes to hold the ball up.
Was an anomaly, innit? Let's be honest. He was like a winger, a 10, and a striker all in one. He was like a proper anomaly.
It's
weird.
He could play as a ballerina, but also could play as a flipping nasty
As a
twat
bull,
on
yeah.
the pit in the
Is,
field.
is Suarez the best player never win the Ballon d'Or?
Up there.
Well, I mean, Henri didn't win it, so he
Did
will
Henry
go
not
into
win
the
it either?
conversation. Yeah,
No,
Henri
yeah,
didn't win it.
That's a travesty. Them two didn't win it.
Van Dijk for that season has to go into that conversation as
Van
well
Dijk
as
got
a
robbed.
travesty.
We all know Van Dijk got
Yeah,
robbed. on that one.
100%.
Even Messi said he was the best player in the world that year and should have won it. Didn't he only lose by 7 points or something like that as well?
So
Wasn't it?
Iniesta and Xavi never won it either.
Maldini didn't win it, did he? I don't
There are some great players who didn't.
Yeah.
To be fair, one player that should have won it in 06 was Buffon. Buffon should have won in 06 instead of
Ribery
Cannavaro
should have won it as well one season.
in 2013 because he won the treble and he got the top goal scorer for his national team and got most assists as well for France.
Mm.
Yeah.
Snyder's is another one as well.
Is this Snyder? I can't stand that geezer. Slagged off Liverpool all the time. Can't stand him.
I still think Rafa should have bought Snyder and played Gerrard and Mascherano.
He didn't want to come. He turned us down flat. Have you not read the Wesley Snyder story about it?
Well, in 2010.
Yeah, he turned us down flat. He didn't want to come to Liverpool. He had no.
2009. Sorry.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He turned us down flat. He didn't want to join us. Thought we're not good enough. I
thought we should have signed him.
We weren't his level. That's what he said.
Oh, well, fuck him then. But I do remember when, actually, to be fair, in 2011, we weren't.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of right back then. Yeah,
2011, we were.
I was saying it when we finished second. I don't know if he said that when he finished second. That's what I was like. We should have signed him and played.
I wanted to buy him the January we bought Coutinho because we were linked with him. Yeah, we were linked with him.
We tried to get him when we tried to get Mkhitaryan.
I think it's the Rafa year that he turned us down.
I forgot we tried to sign Mkhitaryan.
I think it was twice.
Oh,
yeah. But he's like, nah, Jurgen Klopp told me to come and I wanted to come.
Mkhitaryan.
That's our manager. That's our manager drift.
Anyway, let's get these supers in. It was a 4-4 in the end, 4-4 draw, pre-season.
Quite a good game.
Look good going forward. Look terrible defending, but it's pre-season.
Not the first half. First half, not really. Second half,
I missed most of the first half. So
yeah.
All right, so let's jump into this,
boys. I got to shoot off.
Big up,
love Car.
Big
love
up
as always, man.
Guys, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, make sure you go and support Rams and Jamie as well. Drift.
Big up, man.
Yeah, man. Big up, G. We'll talk obviously.
Monday night live later, innit?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. We'll be back in a few hours. So yeah, man.
We'll be people. Take it easy. Love.
Big up, G.
Yeah,
big up.
Me Ram. Love, boys.
Always love, man.
All right. Peterson. This one is a very, very touchy subject. So let's not get into it. But I'm not even going to say. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm just not going to go into that. That is way too deep of a conversation right now. But big up yourself, Peterson.
Yeah, he ain't wrong. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's just a very deep conversation.
Yeah.
We are everywhere. Drift, our number 9 with the free GA. With Jota as the backup, we'll be unstoppable. Also, rewind to the 55th minute where Ram suggested selling Nunes. Ram, no, you didn't.
For good money, yes, I would.
Oh my days! I thought you was a Ram.
Nah, Drift. For good money, I'm talking good money. Like profit on what we're gonna get. I'll sell him and get 2 wingers in.
I'm not even angry, bro. I'm just disappointed.
You're like the disappointed dad. Just be like, nah, so I ain't gonna hit you. I'm just disappointed.
My parents used to say it to me when I was a kid. I was like, I'd rather you be angry.
But it's right, bro.
Yeah.
It hurts. It's different when they say that.
Man. I don't know. Ganging deep. Adrian was considered heir apparent to R9. Oh, sorry, Adriano. Sorry.
Adriano.
Yeah.
You know what? Adriano's story is really, really sad, though. If you know, like his real life story, it's really, really sad. That is the definition of we forget they're humans and they've got like real life and things that go on in their life.
His dad passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he had and he had a lot of like inner demons and like some personal issues, and he grew up in a really rough way. Yeah, like it was really
Drinking
sad. It
problem
was
as well.
it was really, really sad. But when he did that double punch in the face, I thought this man is on another level. If you're, can you imagine? Do you know how angry you've got to be at somebody to punch them with both hands at the same time? You're trying to like annihilate them. Yeah, mad.
Yeah, it was great in PES 6, by the way. Shot Power 99.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And him and Obafemi Martins.
Yeah. That is
boy.
This is the greatest football game ever made.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. You might actually be right. That was unbelievable. H, am I bugging, or did I hear one of the players say they'd had a third training session by the morning? What? Nah, are we still doing that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought Klopp has stopped all of that.
Better have.
It wouldn't shock me.
That better not be true. 3 training sessions by the end of the morning.
It depends what the training sessions are, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, the training session just could be a little kick around and it's no effort or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, apparently Bayern Munich are looking at the Fab situation. If he goes to Bayern and we already have the Lavia money, surely with an extra 50, we can bid 80 for Kimmich and we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's actually true. The Bayern Munich thing is not a rumor. That Bayern Munich are actually paying attention to the situation. And if we don't sell him to Saudi, apparently they're willing to offer 30 mil, which I think the club would probably still accept. Would you lot accept 30 from Bayern if the Saudi move breaks down?
Yeah, if we can get half the money for 30 million for Fabinho and 30 million for Kimmich and with the deal. Yeah, I mean Kimmich is
throw 50 mil on top and get Kimmich.
I like Kimmich. I just don't
think
Liverpool go by a 27, 28-year-old bloke. That's just
Drifty, dare to dream, man. Dare to dream.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's dare to dream.
I don't think Liverpool go by a player that age. I think they're looking at potential.
Yeah, but you know what though, Jamie? The perfect thing to do would be to bring Kimmich in for 3 years. The first 2 years he'd be fully in the squad, and then you maybe phase him out in the 3rd year. But you let him oversee the new transition of what we're trying to do. A player of that quality is what you
Kimmich
do in the
quality,
transition.
Man.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Kimmich and Trent in that double pivot.
And the fact that Kimmich can do Trent's role if need be as well.
Kimmich, Trent, Szoboszlai.
If you want to be a little bit more defensive, you go Kimmich. If you want to be a bit more attacking, you go Trent. The options will be
Kimmich, Thiago, Trent, Szoboszlai, McAllister.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
And do you know what's crazy?
That'd be the most techie midfield in the league.
like what Vince is saying, what's the story and why did Bayern want to get rid of him? I think he just literally has been down to he's got 1 year left on his contract and he wants a new challenge, right? There isn't a fallout.
He wants to leave.
Same as Thiago.
He wants to leave himself.
And I can respect that. And I tell you why. Even if it is your boyhood club, even if it's in Germany, even if you're a German player and it's the best team to play for, if you're a German player, etc., etc. Once you've won everything, I respect players who go, I want to go and push myself now and try and do something somewhere else. He's at the point in his career now where he's thinking, I'm almost too old to get a big move, but I want to go and try Spain or try England. What's the point in me doing? I've done everything. If I'm not mistaken, Kimmich was part of the treble-winning team, right, Ram?
Yeah.
So that means he's won the Champions League twice. He's won, was it 7 in a row or 8 in a row Bundesliga?
No, he hasn't won it twice.
But they won it 2 years ago, bro. I'm talking about the treble-winning year under Heinkes with.
Oh no, he wasn't.
Was he not in? Are you sure he weren't in that team? No?
He was in Stuttgart at that point. He wasn't.
Okay. Because I thought he was there then. But even so, he still won the treble. He's won the Champions League. He's won the league however many times. He's won it all. I respect it. He wants to go and do something else. I respect it, man. Why would you not? You know what I mean? Why would you not want to go and win one of the other big clubs?
Hugo said
and
it right
if people are saying he's falling out with the manager, is this the Tuchel thing again that I was trying to tell everyone about?
Everyone falls out this manager.
Tommy T.
I
wouldn't want that guy anywhere near my club. His attitude is way too.
Klopp stalker.
Yeah, the Klopp stalker. Always trying to follow Klopp everywhere.
Have you guys ever read that what Ribéry and Robben thought of Pep Guardiola at Bayern Munich?
No, I haven't. No.
They think that Pep ruined German football, didn't they?
Oh, Schweinsteiger said that.
Yeah, Schweinsteiger said it as well, and so did everyone else.
What?
Yeah,
Because he made it more silky or something? Why?
Yeah.
He made it more Spanish and Dutch.
Where
And
Germans are more, efficient, ain't they?
German football is literally the antithesis of Dutch football.
Yeah.
And
because Dutch football, it's actually the Dutch way Pep Guardiola plays, ain't it? It's not actually the Spanish way.
It is.
It's the Dutch way because his idol is Frank.
It's unquestionable. The two best ways to play football, from what we've been shown over the years, is either the Brazilian way or the Dutch way. That is what would be considered true football, in my opinion. Anyway.
I agree.
So, you know what I mean? If you want to implement either one of those ways of playing, you can't really go wrong if you've got the right players to do it. So
direct and technical and with speed.
And winning a game by defense being attack.
Yeah, it's the most exciting to watch as well. Let's face it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Most exciting kind of football to watch.
It is what it is. All right, let me get through a couple more of these supers. Oh no, hold on. I've done that one. So, Teke, can't trust Arsenal without Xhaka. They get bullied easily. That might be getting slept on as well. That he is the type of player that used to stick up for everyone and stuff, and without him, they might be a little bit easier. Declan ain't no pushover though, but Xhaka was like a bit intimidating to teams. Do you know what I mean? He did have that something about him. He got him sent off, but probably it also helped the team a bit. We'll have to see on that one. Promo, I would hold on. I'll sell Mo ASAP before he declines. Whoa. Promo. It's a bit early in the day for this. As good as his goal scoring record is, he misses way too many chances and can only play in one position. Promo. Oh no, I don't know about that, bro. But
he's the best in that position.
Yeah, but fair play. I mean, Promo getting Klopp at halftime. Maybe we don't need any signings. Adrian, hold my beer.
It was the Gakpo influence, wasn't it? It's the Gakpo influence.
Unfortunately, I'm here if you need me, Cal. Cal ain't here for that one. Rosie, Callum's Spanish. That's a new one. Star Dazin. How can anyone think Salah won't be our top goal scorer? He did it for the last 5 years, for the last 5 seasons straight, easy, even in an awful team like 2020 to 21 and then 22 to 23. It isn't far-fetched to say Salah will be the top goal scorer, bro. Like 100%, like he's proven track record. But I've got a feeling the way we're going to change the way we play, we might spread the goals around more because we don't have to rely on him. I think that's going to be the beauty of this. I don't think we need to rely on Mo anymore, whereas in a couple of those seasons we kind of did a bit. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Peterson, your feelings on the Sadio slander by some LFC fans. I will call that brother Tom. I will call him out, Tom Little, because of his comments on Twitter were weird. I don't know. What did Tom say about? I don't know.
I have no idea.
It was because it was saying like how people said that we sold the wrong winger, and then it came out that Sadio Mane is moving to Saudi Arabia. And he's like, did we sell the wrong winger now?
Yeah, look, Mane. I think Liverpool sold Mane at the right time, personally. I think Mane, it's the right time for Mane to leave, for Mane and for Liverpool. I don't see a problem with it. Mane's a legend. Mane's a legend at our football club, and he always will be. Just give him the respect he deserves. I always said though, when Mane left Liverpool, where if he was going to Bayern, which he did at the time, Bayern would never go get the prime Sadio Mane that Liverpool had.
You know what the problem was is that Bayern Munich replaced Lewandowski with Mane, and Mane's not that type of player, and that was what their issue was. He played
there for a few months at Liverpool. He weren't really.
Yeah, but I still believe it was the wrong time to leave Liverpool. I think we have a much better season last year if Mane was there to help Nunes with the transition of being a Liverpool player and being able to chip in when the going got tough. Plus, he would have been able to play left wing when Diaz got that injury. Would have been much better off with Mane.
I'm going to say something now. I don't think Mane's been the same since COVID, personally.
There's a bit of truth to that. There is a bit.
Didn't he do them tests because he weren't sure what was wrong with him? And
he
wrong, but he didn't feel right.
He himself said he hasn't felt the same. That is very true. But Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people told me that Mane was done and then he nearly won Ballon d'Or. I can't bother to have the conversation again.
I think with Mane, we just got to look at him. So, at his peak at Liverpool, he was arguably one of the best left wingers in world football at his time. So, simple.
Yeah, I think he's the second best left winger to ever play for Liverpool behind John Barnes.
Yeah, easy. I agree. I agree.
So,
I agree.
Sultan, Cal's not here. So apologies, but Cal, they don't want to hear the truth. But yeah, we don't need any players. Trust the manager and the players. Trust Matip and Adrian. Give me a break.
Yeah, Matip. What's happened to Matip? Like, literally, what has happened to Matip? He is just.
Yeah, it is a bit weird because I think quality-wise, Matip is sensational. But yeah, I just don't know what's happened to him. I really don't. Maybe the injuries have taken a toll on him.
Looks like he's just fallen off a cliff and he's still falling. It's mad.
I don't know.
Mad.
You know what, bro? Danny, I know it's all banter, but I'm not going to read this one out because it's a bit of a liberty. But yeah, they're...
Nah, allow it, man. Matt's our guy. Leave him alone, man.
You know what I mean? Matt's not even here.
Yeah. And you know what? When your hairline starts going, I think here's the thing. As a fellow baldy, I think I can speak on behalf of all baldies. Generally speaking, we're not really bothered about it. We accept it. We learn to deal with it. A lot of women love it. My missus loves it, so it didn't change anything or whatever.
All that matters.
If anything, she thinks I look better now. So all of that stuff is a minor. But what I will say is, when we always say let's stick up for people, yeah, which I agree with, why don't no one stick up for us? Because we're the butt of the joke all the time, and nobody bats an eyelid. We get shitted on a daily basis, and nobody gives a shit. And there might be bald people out there that truly struggle to deal with being bald, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about a bald man. Nobody. So you know what I mean? Maybe we need to start pushing an agenda to get a little bit of love out there and stop all this bull slander. Because I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? Come on.
I'd say this though, Drift. Your big game is a lot. Is
makes up for it, doesn't it?
It makes up so much.
Yeah, I can't imagine Drifty with locks. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I've only seen Drifty bald. That's it. I haven't seen you with hair.
It just won't look right.
I don't know whether I look better or worse.
Some people look good bald though. Some people can pull it off. Some people can't. I went bald once just for a charity thing and shaved all my hair off like nothing. Yeah, even got the wet shave out after. Yeah, I look ill. I didn't look right at all.
I'm the same. The same.
I didn't look right.
I don't look very good.
Some people can pull it off. You can pull it off. Do it, man.
That's why.
I mean, there is a part of me that believes that God only gives you things you can handle, and if He knows your head shape can't handle being bald, He'll let you keep your hair. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
God gave me nothing.
You know what I mean? But let's get a campaign going. Let's get a campaign going to help the bald men deal with what they have to go through. Do you know what I mean? And let's stop the slander because we just get slewed all the time. Nobody gives a damn.
Who gets it worse, bald people or ginger people?
Oh, might be ginger still.
Ginger,
it might be ginger still, which I don't even get. It don't even look bad. Yeah. I've always been confused why ginger people get that slander.
Red-headed women are beautiful, by the way.
And have you see red-headed women? Their hair is thicker than everyone else's anyway.
Yeah.
So it's probably got most women wishing they could have that hair. I don't know. I've never understood the ginger slander. I've never understood that, but yeah. Right, let me get into the supers again. Big up Sadiq every time. You know what I mean? We Sadiq knows that. We just get you know what? Nobody will truly understand the feeling of having to cut your own hair. Most people go and they get their hair cut for them. We have to cut our own hair. It's a chore. It's long. It's jarring.
Yeah, my dad.
It must be tough, innit? You just have to. You have to look at the back and everything.
Yeah, it takes a certain level of skill. It really does.
My dad went bald at 20.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah, that's young.
He went bald at 20.
You're a G to skip the generation then, Jamie, because normally it's from your dad's side of the genetics.
I got my mum's locks. I'm good.
Yeah, you're lucky, bro. You're lucky. You're lucky.
I've got my dad's. I'm waiting for the crown to appear.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why I'm growing it out as much as possible, so I get my hair as long as possible.
Troy, big up as always, bro. I can't be looking over my shoulder every day like I'm in witness protection, hoping Ibu, Van Dijk, and Ali can stay fit. We need at least one quality centre back and two DMs. Nah, yeah, I hear that. We do need to bring in a top quality centre back. But you know what, guys? Do you know what I truly believe? And you lot are gonna be angry at me for saying this, and you're gonna start slewing Klopp if this is true. But I truly believe the reason why we're not going all in on the centre back is because I think deep down they know they can actually get Colwill on a free or a lot cheaper because he'll run his contract down. And I think that they're counting on that and doing more of a, like, let's take the calculated risk rather than buy a player we don't really want and then pay big money for him. I hope that isn't true in terms of like it's a massive risk.
I think you're right.
But this is what Liverpool do.
They go for the player they want. I think Colwill's the defender that Liverpool want. They don't want. It's like the Virgil situation when we know we needed one, and we decided not to go and get one and wait for Virgil again. And I literally think Liverpool want Colwill. I think that's what they want, and they're waiting for. And I think they're waiting for Colwill to make a decision, or Chelsea to make a decision on him. And if he's then available, I think Liverpool will go over him. I really.
And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I heard that the third year is his option, not the club's option.
Yeah,
meaning that it'll be up to him. So that means he's got 2 years left. If you think about it, next year, 12 months left on his contract, they'll have to sell him. And I think that's what Liverpool are counting on, getting a knockdown fee. I could be wrong, but that's what I think anyway. And I think it's too big of a risk, but it'll still only be 21 next year, right? Like Liverpool are thinking to future-proof the club and go with Matip and Gomez for one more year. I believe that's what they're thinking. I do, but I don't know. It is what it is.
It looks that way. It does look like that way.
But it's such a big risk waiting a year for that right now, you know?
Yeah. No, it is. It is. H, Adjan just conceded 3 in 20 minutes to JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Wow.
That's into a computer software, you know. I'll be the DJ, do stand-up comedy daily, and put a timer on his phone for shout out Ramos
no, for 60K.
For 60K. Oh my days.
H is undefeated, man. H is undefeated.
Oh yeah, H is an absolute legend, man. Shakalaka, French Bulldogs banned from many countries because of luxury black market industry for them. Oh, okay. I didn't know it. I knew it was a luxury dog, but I didn't know there was like a black market thing going on with them. Which I hate to even hear that there's a living, breathing thing that even goes into that bracket. Like, that's mad. Honesty, big up, says, off-topic question. Do you guys think Klopp will let Matip or Joe go if a good offer comes in? Ram's opinion on that must be Sabitzer, right? Because it can't be sanitizer. What, Ram, you say? What are you saying? Borussia Dortmund have got a shortage of hand sanitizer. I'm not gonna lie, in my world, that would actually be a bit of a travesty. I love hand sanitizer. That's
my thoughts on Sabitzer going to B for B is very much reminiscent of what Sula and Hummels did when they went back to Dortmund. I don't think it's going to be a great. I don't think he's going to be that great for Dortmund. I think they'll find someone else and they'll be the main starter, in my opinion.
He's the person we should have got for the 12-month fill-in last season.
100%.
We would have had a good. Even in January, when I heard Man United were going to get him, I was angry.
I was pissed. I was so, and when it was Neeks who put that stupid news up. Of all the people, had to be Neeks as well, and he knew what he was doing as well. It pissed me off the whole time. Yeah. I was so pissed at that time, man.
We would have had so much of a better season if we'd have got him instead of Melo.
And drifty. All we were hearing, Liverpool trying to find new inroads into finding people that we can loan in from big clubs with their surplus to requirements, and yet we didn't get Sabitzer.
It didn't make any sense whatsoever.
Idiots, bro.
Retire Zlatan says, is Zlatan Zlatan is coming out of retirement? I'm going to Saudi. Hold on, what is Zlatan coming out of retirement to go to Saudi, or is he just bantering?
I don't know if he's bantering. That's something that Zlatan would do, though, 100%.
Ciao Milan, hello Habibi. You know what? If Zlatan actually came out of retirement to go over there, I'd rate that because you know what? At 43 years old, how is this man still going anyway? Like, and he'd probably still go on slapping 20 goals a season over there.
Probably, yeah. I swear he scored about 15 goals last season for Milan. So
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, mad thing. Gangan Deep says structure needs to change from top to bottom. They are all enablers. This must be talking about like the hierarchy, the club and stuff for each other. But the standards are set from the top, so the root cause is FSG. I agree with that 100%. And I know me and Cal go back and forth on this a lot, and we argue about this a lot. But I truly believe that the way Klopp moves has a lot to do with what he knows he can do. And I think if he was at a Man City or a PSG where he knows the purse strings are long, I don't think he's anywhere near as picky. I don't think he's anywhere near as strategic with a signing because he knows if I make a mistake, I can correct it easily. You know what I mean? It's literally like say for instance, Jamie earns 100 grand a year. Ram, say you earn 70 grand a year and I only earn 15 grand a year. Yeah. If we all go car shopping, I have to buy that £1,000 car. Ram, you can buy the £1,000 car or you can get hire purchase. And Jamie, you can just flat out buy it. We're all going to go to buy a car, right? But we've all got a different mentality about that car we're about to buy. Mm-hmm. And I've got to take a chance on the fact that my car might break down because a £1,000 car isn't really reliable. Liverpool are the team who always have to go and buy the £1,000 car. Like, we just can't take the risk. We can't.
We act like
that's just how it is.
No, but we're like the kind of person that has that earn about £100,000 a year, but we still buy the £1,000 car.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually true. But I mean, the way Klopp has to think because Klopp knows that money's not available.
The only thing I would disagree with, Drifty, is
that I've got to run. So, guys,
big up, bro.
I'll see you guys later on.
Subscribe to Jamie's Sports.
Yeah, guys. Make sure, man. Make sure you go and subscribe to Jamie.
Guys.
Big up, no G.
Pleasure. See you later, guys.
Man. See you guys there. The only thing I would disagree with is that I still think Jurgen Klopp will be just as picky with his players as anybody as he is now. I think that's how Jurgen Klopp is. He's just very
but Ram, here's the difference, bro. So he would have, and we know I use two players. I use an example. He'd be picky like this. I want Jude. Okay, I'll settle for Caicedo. It'll be that kind of picky, bro. It will still be the people he wants will still be top tier players because he knows he's got the money to be picky like that. It wouldn't be picky the way he is now. I believe he knows I can't make a mistake. So he has to spend a whole year even thinking about who the player is. And then if we can't get that player, he'd rather say, well, I don't want anybody then. Do you get what I mean? Instead of having a backup because he can be like that kind of thing. So
but isn't that
that's
bad?
Just my opinion.
But that means you just don't. Even if he picks a player that is like third choice, that player could still be a very good player for us.
But remember, if you think about wages, if you think about all the other stuff that's factored in, he's thinking, I don't want to go and give 250 grand a week to my third choice because we don't have that money. If he was at a club that could afford it, he probably wouldn't care about that stuff. But he's thinking right now, so I've got to go and get my third choice and still give him that type of money. That's going to eat into the budget of maybe trying to get that. And if I wait a year, then I can get somebody I want. And like, it's just too much having to always think about finances. In my opinion, I'm not saying this is facts. This is what because last year is a prime example, Raman. This is why I was saying to people, using Matheus Nunes as an example. Matheus Nunes would now be a part of Liverpool's club for the next 3-4 years if we'd have bought him last summer. I don't think he's good enough to be a Liverpool player for the next 3 or 4 years. But we would have been stuck with him. And I think Klopp looked at the situation and thought, I don't want to be stuck with a player I don't really want for the foreseeable future. So even though it ended up damaging our season last year, I look at the team now and I think, well, we're better off for it now. The season, we weren't better off for it. But we're better off for it now because take McAllister or Szoboszlai and get rid of one of them. Because that's what happens if we bought Nunes last year. Do you get what I mean? And Nunes could have gone on to be a Don. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. But I don't believe that would have been more beneficial for Liverpool having Nunes than McAllister and Szoboszlai will be. So hindsight makes it a bit easier to do. But I think we're better off now than we were. Yeah, we had a bad year, but that's how Klopp's looking at it. I don't just want this guy for a year, but then what do I do with him at the end of the year?
Mm.
Do you get where I'm
that.
coming from? Like, and I know that might be a bit hard for people to hear because they're like, no, you got to think about the now. But sometimes thinking about the now makes you end up like a Man United, where like you just keep on getting all these players in your club that you don't really want. But
I'd argue this though, Drifty, right? I feel as though with any top manager, you still need to have your 3 players that you have in mind for each kind of transfer that you want to happen. So, for example, Klopp wanted Mason Mount, but Szoboszlai was also on that list. So you got to have a plan where you'd be like, I want all these 3 players to fit this certain position. I need them. If we don't get one of them, we go for another one. If we can't get that person, we go for the other one. We'll do our best to try and negotiate as much as possible. And that's why I'm feeling like
I hear that.
You've got to have multiple options rather than just sticking to that one. You get what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, no, I hear that. It's a tricky one again, and I'm not even saying what I'm saying is fact. I'm just my opinion, isn't it? That's what I think. Big up Chombe. Said big up to all of you and Trent Alexander at DM. What are we smoking? Honestly, confused as F. You said he played well there, though, right? I mean, I know
he was good. He was good. But again, like you have to kick it with a pinch of salt. It was pre-season, but it's like he did still play well there. And plus, if it's gonna be a game where we're gonna be more dominating, like playing like 85% possession, might as well move him upfield, man. Like, what's the point of making him fall back?
Yeah, I hear that. But that's the beauty of having a player of his quality, man. With just so many things that we can do.
Yeah.
Big up Stephen, who says, big up you for keep doing what you're doing, making the fans proud. I appreciate that, my bro.
Big up Stephen, man.
If you were talking about when Jamie and Ram were on with Cal as well, big up to them boys, as always, for filling
big
in.
up, man.
Big up Troy says, Drift, what's going on with the fantasy league? Bro, 100% that'll be back. We just haven't got round to sorting it, but that will be back. Don't worry about that at all. And you know what? On that, I can't remember off the top of my head now, but the guy that actually won last, you didn't hit us up, bro. Still hit us up, bro. Your prize is still there. Like you won the league, bro. Like hit us up, man. Do you know what I mean? Give us that email, and we'll get the prize at you, bro. Like that's mad that it's an unclaimed prize. You know what I mean?
I promised myself not to do fantasy football because after game week 1, I just don't end up doing it. I just forget my transfers. I'm like, fuck it, I can't be asked.
You know what? Fantasy makes the season more fun and more jarring at the same time. It is quite a techie one. Like, do I really want to main that player in my team? But he's banging in bare goals.
Yeah, I get it.
He gets like that.
Ones.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But yeah, that will 100%. That will be going ahead, bro. 100%. I'm retired, and right, he's back now. He's back. Drift, I'm calling my representatives right now. The missus needs money for the IKEA furniture for 3 million quid a week. I'm back, baby. Hey, for 3 million quid a week, there's not much. There's not much people wouldn't do for £3 million a week, and I mean that. Morals go out the window when that type of money is involved. Best believe. But yeah. Big up to everyone in the chat. As always, man, make sure you smash the like button, people. Make sure you go and subscribe as well to Ram and to Jamie.
Yeah,
big up you boys for jumping in. A pleasure as always. We are currently on 370 likes, which isn't too bad, guys. But let's get that up to 500 before the stream ends, please, people. Big up everyone who's jumped in. The game ended 4-4. It's all about fitness at this point.
And I just hope that players play well. Like Nunes.
Yeah, and I mean, there wasn't. I missed most of the first half. There wasn't that many big boys playing in that second half when it started to get a bit mad and the goals are going in anyway. Like when Pitaluga and Adrian are getting beaten goal and stuff, I don't really care about that because those guys ain't gonna really see no pitch. Like
that's not my main worry, Drift. That's not my main worry. Seeing Tsimikas, Gomez, and Matip.
Yeah, they don't look motivated and they don't look good at the moment. That is true, but yeah. We'll see.
That's just how I see it, man.
But guys, we'll also be back later on tonight, probably around 8:30. But stay tuned to the socials and obviously to the channel. We're back with the Monday Night Show, guys. As always, our favorite show. Kop-Ish goats. Nah, Chombe, big up your damn
Big
self,
up
bro.
Chombe, man.
You know what I mean? Chombe, massive supporter of the channel. Big up yourself each and every time, bro. Love, man. But yeah, we'll be back at around 8:30, guys. So, you know, stay tuned. Big up yourself. Ram, love as always for stepping in, bro.
Oh, love, man.
And yeah, 4-4 pre-season, baby. This is what it's all about, right?
Absolutely,
And, you know,
man.
we'll see you lot on the other side, man. Peace.
Big up. Peace.